What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. This is HUD Wednesday night. Will Joel Embiid ever play again? We're going to break it all down.
I mean, how silly is that, man? We're talking about practice.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you. Let the celebration begin.
Welcome in, everybody. This is HUD Wednesday nights, only on HUD Radio. Every Wednesday, we are brought to you by our good friend, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy. Okay, what was that? Okay, this is in Cherry Hill, Burlington, New Jersey. You find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. As always, packed house here on HUD Wednesday nights. You got Ryan Elizik, Noah Eaton, Mikey, Buckets, Greg Milakovic, Luke Brown back in because we're talking his neck of the woods. We're up in his neck of the woods with this conversation tonight. I'm Tom Arnone. Everybody out there, welcome in. Let's go over what's on the docket. Eagles preseason game 1. If you give a rat's ass, if you care, like you want to break that down, we're gonna break it down. We'll do this later. All right. I think it's the biggest dryer sheet events of all time. Phillies, O's series recap. Is that one of the games? So it'll be fun to break down another series win. And that's what they've been doing.
Ho-hum, right?
So, it's all you want to do. You trust in the Sixers front office is something that's not ho-hum. I don't know. We're going to dissect it. And our main topic at hand, will Joel Embiid play this season? Right in our poll question. Joel Embiid will miss the entire upcoming season due to his knee injury. Do you agree? Disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. That's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcast, we're there as well. Hit the like, subscribe, follow. Most importantly, jump into conversation. Put your toes in a little bit. Let me know how they feel. All right, listen. He's not gonna miss the entire season. I disagree with them. I don't even know. This is so redundant because this is the 10,000th time that on HUD Radio since Joel Embiid's been drafted here that we've talked about him not being able to play or possibly missing time in the season coming up. So many times. Either preseason, like before the season or during the season, this has been a topic of conversation way too much. Way too much. Right? It's not anybody's fault. Right? It's nobody's fault besides the basketball gods that just don't want to allow a guy that they give him a healthy 2-year run. You know what I mean? And see what he can do. And then take the legs away. Right? Never let him walk again. I don't care. But allow this guy, somebody out there. You know what I mean? I don't know who to ask anymore. The talent's there. Can you give him a year at least? I mean, goodness gracious. Can you give him 70 in the playoffs, 65 in the playoffs? Can you give him 1 year of just the best version of himself? Like, why can't he get that? Why does every year he have to be the top of the conversation with injury after injury after injury? For a guy that, like, isn't a bad dude, wants to win, right? You can always find things about a guy, right? But I'm saying he wants to win. Like, we've seen the tears. You don't cry if you don't care. I'm sorry. I hate to break the news to everybody. Okay? You don't cry if you don't care. But the injuries have absolutely taken a toll. We've heard things come out from former teammates on what he was going through, having to play on a nightly basis. Right? So we have that information. So now that we have it, we know he's a competitor. Can somebody out there help this guy? Get him right, please. Because it's unfair not only to a fan base, but to the player. Goodness gracious, we're in the baseball world, to the player, to the sports world. It's about the player. Give him a run, man. Because he's the best player in the league if he's healthy. I'll stand by that to the day I die. He's the best player in the league when he was healthy. And he still can be because he gets better at stuff. He's a weirdo. He's that good. He'll get better at stuff. So, but I disagree that he's going to miss the entire season doing it. I know there's been rumblings and reports, and I don't even know him. So you guys are going to enlighten me on him, right? But I don't even know him, and I don't care about it. You know what I mean? I don't care something in August. I can remember that things. And in July, we got to write something up. I don't care. We'll find out. Right? Make sense? We're going to find out. But I disagree to it because there would have been way more sooner. I feel like there would have been way more like 2 months after surgery, 3 months after surgery than like right now saying, oh, it's all a mess. It's all the whole knee is shot. You know what I mean? Like that. We didn't know that in February, March. No, and nobody checked in on that. Come on. So he'll play this year. Disagree.
Yeah, I'll agree with you.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go disagree, but I'll say he plays under 35 games.
Great.
And the reason I say that is because I mean it's inevitable, but it's also all summer what's really been telling, according to him, has been the stuff where they don't have any clue.
Luke's gone. In a way.
Oh, no.
I don't know what happened.
He called a 30-second timeout.
Yeah.
He said timeout. 30 seconds.
I got crazy echo. You don't get
He
that?
got back. He's back. T.O. and he was a 30-second T.O.
All right, my fault. All right, yeah, no.
No,
I'm gonna say under 35 games, and the reason I say it is because the stuff that's come out in the summer has been that they don't know what is wrong with his knee. So in years past, the problem has been not them not knowing what's going on, but their management with his injuries. So when an article comes out, which is a great article, but in terms of like the right now, it showed you that Daryl Morey doesn't have a clue of what surgery he even got. And we were supposed to be updated with his status 6 weeks after. And you're talking about that being in like May. So that's way behind us. They don't know what's going on. They don't even know what his injury is. So I'm going to bank on them not managing an injury that they don't know about. So because of that, I will say that something's there. They're going to manage it horribly, and he will play under 35 games.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Sorry, I agree with that, Greg. I completely agree with the 35 games. Yep, and minute restrictions and the whole kit and caboodle that we're used to. So go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's fine because it was funny too. I was thinking of going Christmas, right? Won't play until at least Christmas, right? Which would have been, but I just felt like that was too easy of a complete agree fest. So I'll disagree, or I'll agree with the Bull. I think he will miss the entire year. I think although the reports coming out are probably not entirely a shock to anybody here recently, I just feel like you said, Luke, I don't think the Sixers have any idea what's going on, right? So according to Daryl a couple weeks ago, he was supposed to be ready for training camp, right? He was supposed to be ready for training camp. Whether he actually participated or not, he was supposed to be ready, right? And now he's not ready. Now it's coming out Paul George won't be ready for training camp. Not that this is about Paul, but I'm just, the Sixers organization is just becoming a cluster F with these two guys. And I have a feeling that he is going to miss this year. I mean, some of the things you're hearing are it's worse than expected. Some of the like no one's ever come back fully from this. Two surgeries on the same leg and same knee. So it doesn't look good. So I'll agree to Paul. I don't think he plays this year.
This year, you because of a report.
No, I don't think it's more than a report though. You also got to remember too, he's not a small child, right? You know what I mean? He's a 7'2", 300-pound guy on a a 3D printed knee. You know what I mean? That's not easy. It's not easy to maneuver around. You know what I mean?
I hear you, but I feel like we're going off the report. Like, what factual evidence do we have that he's not going to be ready for training camp? I'm asking you.
That's been reported around that he's not ready for training camp.
By who?
A lot of people.
Like who?
Well, they just don't know because they asked him.
I can't pull up. I mean, I can pull it up.
Well, no, because this jackass doesn't tell anybody anything, Luke. So when we're talking about the president of basketball operations for the Philadelphia 76ers and Daryl Morey, he gives you zero.
Because he knows zero. I believe that.
No.
He gives stuff out, the wrong stuff.
This has been the CIA for a decade plus now. That's what we're trying. It's a whole different world than I'm talking about right now. This has been, we don't tell them nothing for over a decade. That's been organizationally from the top. Whoever's been at top, they haven't told anybody anything when it comes to injuries. When it was Ben Simmons, when it was Embiid, anybody buying them, they botched them all. They kept it to themselves. It was a joke. It's been a joke. And unlike when you talk about Andy Reid and he gave you nothing in pressers, this is that on steroids. On how much information they like to keep. So,
Joel,
go ahead.
I got one from Brett Siegel, NBA. Joel Embiid's knee is reportedly in bad shape. He's likely to miss the start of training camp. Some around the league believe the Sixers regret extending him. Quotes, Embiid has struggled to get back on the court this all season, and there's a growing concern that he will not be ready for the start of training camp, league sources told Clutch Point. The common word associated with Embiid and his health this all season is things are bad. Several rival teams in the Eastern Conference who spoke with Clutch Points a couple weeks ago at the Summer League confirmed mixed signals coming from the Sixers. There you go, to your point, right? Regarding Embiid's knee health, with one executive stating the 76ers are regretting their decision to extend him.
Yeah, I mean,
well, Greg, you got the Birds hat on, so I'll just enlighten you. Us spending all this money on Embiid and Paul George, Josh Harris can't pay Terry McLaurin. So it's great.
That is a good one.
He's not getting paid. So this is fantastic.
I don't know. Like, okay, I mean, that's a report, right? But again, there's no factual evidence to it, right?
I think a lot of things, though, because they're coming from other league sources, a lot of these are going to be anonymous, right? Or they're just going to be the league sources because they don't want to attach their name to it, or their rivals, right?
Or an executive told an executive that, like, we wish we didn't do it, but he don't know shit. Like, that's how I look at that. Like, he don't know shit. He just knows he hasn't been healthy, and they're wasting money. That's how he probably looks at it, right? Which is fine. I'm not saying I disagree with it. I'm not arguing Joel Embiid's healthier. I'm arguing more the fact that, like, they know he's not going to get back on the court. It's August, right? We're not even there yet. We're not there till October. So we're like, you know what I'm saying? We're 2 months away from that stuff. So to me, it's like, what are we talking about? How do you know he's not going to be ready? How do you know he's not the type of guy that just that doesn't, like, you don't see him in videos, but it doesn't mean he doesn't show up limited participant at the beginning of camp, right? Like, you know what I mean? And maybe I'm just hopeful, right? Maybe I'm hopeful, wishful thinking, but I just don't want to believe that kind of shit report right there. Sorry, it's not against you. I'm just it's more attacking the reporter who I've never heard his name, so I don't know who he is. And it's not a shot. Again, it might be an awesome guy. It probably is. I think that's a bullshit article. On what date was that released?
2 days ago.
No. August 4th.
Yeah.
August 4th. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
Yeah. No, it's dog days. The dog days.
True.
Yeah. No, and it probably is right. I mean, most likely it's probably right. Like, you know what I mean? I hate even debating it. I just hate 95% of beat writers. So, you know, that's where I go, especially summertime. The summertime typers, I'm not a fan of. Unless you're talking about baseball, you're just hunting to try to ruin somebody's life. That's all you're trying to do. You know what I mean? So I'm Gooch there. I don't know why I'm still talking. Go ahead, please. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going clockwise or counterclockwise, but
you're up.
You got it.
I'm up. We got
let's not overcomplicate things tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree. I think he's gonna play at least. You're gonna watch him. The show pony's gonna go out there for a game or two and then limp his way out. He's gonna play at least one game. He's gonna try to do it. The only thing I find sketchy is that this long, like, it took like 45 minutes to read, and I don't read, but it took like 45 minutes to read. I read the whole thing of this report that, like, he let this guy in his house, and, like, I don't know who the reporter was. It was weird. Like, to me, it was like a feel bad for you, like, heck of a career, I feel bad for you now. It was like he was looking for sympathy. It was very weird for Embiid. It was very weird for that to come out now. There's a bunch of Embiid quotes. Like, it wasn't just a guy that wrote an article. It was a guy who, like, interviewed him, and he was giving quotes for this article. It was just, it was very, you got to read.
Can you amuse me, Mike? Are you able to amuse me with a couple of quotes?
I mean, I read it too, and I kind of disagree. I think definitely it catered towards him a little bit, but I also think that there was something in there, like an entire part of the article that to me was like very anti-Embiid, and he admitted a lot of stuff. Like the whole part of him like growing up and developing so late, and he's like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna play 5 years in college," and then he plays 1 year, plays like shit, and Bill Self's like, "What do you mean you're gonna be a top 3 pick in the NBA?" Gets drafted. He's like, "All right, it's gonna take me a few years to get my feet under me, get my feet wet in the NBA." He turns into the MVP talent. Now he's a franchise player of an NBA team. Like he just wasn't ready to take on any of that responsibility. And he said, I would have gone back and taken more accountability, probably have joined this like NBA fraternity a bit differently. Like guys like Jimmy don't walk out the door if you do stuff like that. So it's just stuff like that. He admitted to that in that article, which I thought was kind of cool. But it definitely goes to show you that he just doesn't trust the team or the organization at all when it comes to his injuries.
Yeah, and my thing is like, why now? Like Kansas and Jimmy Butler, like that shit was 7 years ago. Like
I mean, he's
like
been working on this for a long time. He's from what I took from it, he's been doing this for a long time. I
Yeah, it
don't
was
know
very
why it
weird.
got out now, but yeah.
He talked about like Harden, how he left, and now they don't speak. And it was very weird that he left because he had the assist title and he had the scoring title. And they, instead of just blowing it up, they should have just built slowly around that. And like, instead of every year having to have a new team, and how he blames himself still to this day for his brother passing and him leaving him behind. And it was very like, and you do feel bad for the guy. Not that you don't have emotions, but it's like, it was very like, poor me. That's how I read it. You should just read it, Tom. It was very like, poor me. This is all I've had to go through. I didn't ask for this, like this, that, and the fifth. And he has been a warrior. He's played with a paralyzed face. It was like how he was embarrassed to play with the paralyzed face.
He's saying everything I just said, and I didn't even read the damn thing. So that's my point. Like how I opened the show is really what he's saying. Like, hello.
Yeah, it was just kind of a why me, which is fine.
Can
Wrong.
I get a break? Can I get a break? That's what he's asking for. That I read that. Read it right. I hear that more as. Can I have a year? Can I have 2 years? Can I have a couple of years of just being healthy and not dealing with the extra? And then I can be more of a better teammate. I can be more on the court more. I can feel better when I'm on the court more and not hurting. Like it's not asking for a lot.
Yeah, but I think that's why it's like, why now? Because it comes out.
Luke just said it's been being written for a while.
Yeah, it seems like I agree though. It does sound like it might have been something to where like he might retire and then this stuff comes out. So it was kind of weird, like why now?
Okay.
But like you say like poor me, and I'm reading it and I'm literally saying like, okay, I see where you're coming from, but I'm saying, yeah, poor you. Like, let's be real. This guy's coming from Africa and Cameroon. He comes over, and every year in his life, he's been just tasked with some like elevated responsibility that he's not prepared for. When in reality, all he was one chip in an entire failure worth of chips like that worked out. He was the one guy that worked out. That the decisions that they made, he was the one right decision that they made. And now he has to face all these problems because the team just is screwed up time in and time out over the past decade plus.
Yeah, so we agree. Like it is poor him, but you can still
I see it as like, like poor you. Like I'm with you. Like
we can agree on that, but that's the article is basically.
Mike, you know where I'm at on the whole because I feel like I don't like Buckets. I don't like where you're going with this, and I'll tell you why. In the NBA world, where these guys jump around like it's a goddamn trampoline park, all right, for more money, and this guy hasn't left either, and could have left.
I've always respected him for that.
So, I mean, we gotta factor that in a world where nobody has loyalty. And he does, and the organization does to him. Don't get me wrong, right? But my point is, when he was healthy, he could have signed somewhere else. He didn't have to.
But my thing's the timing. I'm not saying poor me is
No, no,
bad.
no.
I'm just saying
No,
you're
no,
coming
no.
out with a poor me feel good story.
Well, maybe he
Now.
retires then. Maybe he retires. Maybe
Yeah, that's-
maybe it is. Maybe it is this bad. Listen, I have no idea.
I'm not saying anything he said was wrong. I'm not saying we should be wrong for thinking poor me. I'm just saying to come out with this now and then 2 weeks later, there's reports saying his knee is very bad and he's going to miss training camp, and like it just looks like a downward spiral from here.
Fair.
And he
Fair.
wanted it out before he gets all this backlash again because he knows it's coming. If there was no article and it was just Joel Embiid to miss the entire season, we'd be on here cursing him out. No matter how much he's done for us, I'd be cursing him out. Half Philly would be. Why do we extend this guy? He can't even play. He doesn't show up to work. So it came out with a poor me story, and now all of a sudden his knee's very bad. Which, again, poor him. I feel bad for him. He's been through a lot. He's been loyal. But like I said, it's the timing for me. That is the only thing I'm trying to say. That's the big thing, is the timing of all this. Because like you said, it's August. Like, what do we know in August? Like, why now? Like, why now? I don't understand. But yeah, that's all. That's where I'm at.
I don't know. He's going to play a few games, guys. I'd say he plays 25, 30 games. I mean, he's obviously not healthy enough to withstand a full NBA season. He obviously has injury history throughout much of his career. And, some of it is his inability to take care of his body, and some of it is just downright bad luck, right? But the bottom line is the Sixers have shown the lack of ability to manage any of this, and which makes it 10 times worse. I mean, you would think your most prized asset in the organization you would take care of, right? And you would make sure you do everything possible to make sure that he's ready to withstand an NBA season. And their inability to do that really has, it's fucked everything up from the outset. So, and that's the reason why we've never gotten out of the second round. And that's the reason why we didn't make the playoffs last year. And I see no reason why that would change this season. I mean, maybe we contend for a play-in game, but other than that, without a fully healthy Embiid, which we obviously won't see, the future looks pretty bleak right now. And I disagree to the poll where, I think he'll play a few games. Well, what's a few games? 5, 25? I mean, it's not going to be 65 or 70, which you need him to play.
I don't know. I don't think you need him to play 65 or 70 if you had a healthy George. But I don't think the future looks bleak because, you got the number 3 pick that you use on BJ. You have Tyrese Maxey. You have McCain. You have some young guys. So it's like, you're starting to build over.
Well, at least the outlook for this season's not great.
Yeah.
It'll get better once, his contract is off the books.
Well, that's a long time away.
We got a long way for that.
Long way for that.
5 more years. Hang on.
Yep. There's no way he misses the entire season. Yes. Right. It's not going to happen.
That would be crazy.
It's not going to happen. Do I want him to? No. Do I realistically think that if you were to tell me right now, regardless of us not having our own draft pick this year, not having a first round draft pick, right? If you could tell me right now that if Joel Embiid sat out this season, that he'd be able to play next season at, he played 65 games at 100%, I would trade that in a heartbeat. Okay, I know that how open that the East is this year and how realistically there's a bunch of moving parts going on right now. But is a 31-year-old Embiid really that much different from a 32-year-old Embiid? Right? With the guy with the knee injuries and all the different stuff that he's had. Because if it's realistically that bad, right, which we saw in the article that we mentioned, he's had a string of injuries through his career. we like we've said, we've talked about this on countless times, right? If we can, for whatever reason, the Sixers somehow, which they haven't been able to prove, can find a way to make sure that, like, hey, if this guy sits out, they figure out whatever's wrong with him, and he's healthy next year, you absolutely make that trade. You absolutely do it. Now, do I trust them to be able to do that? No, I don't, because they've been since the Iverson era. I don't know if I trust this organization to be able to keep anybody healthy, right? Or at least be transparent about what injuries are, right? But ultimately, like, I love this dude, man. I love Joel Embiid. I've loved him since we drafted him. He's won an MVP. He should probably have multiple MVPs. And the only thing that we haven't seen is them get as deep as possible in the playoffs, right? The guy's giving you everything else, regardless of you. If you think he's he doesn't play as much as he should, he doesn't get his body healthy, whatever your opinion of him is, the dude's a grinder, right? He wants to be out there. He wants to win, right? Like, we've talked about this in the past, and I find it very, very hard to believe that he doesn't want to be out there. And based off, reports that we've had with him playing through pain and other things, I want this dude to be able to play. I really, really do. And if he needs to sit out this year for him to have a chance at being healthy for next year and giving us that good of a chance of an MVP level guy having an opportunity to go and win a championship, I absolutely make that trade. 100%.
Yeah, and I don't think it'd be bad for the kids to just play together.
No,
and get some chemistry together, and you grow as an NBA player by some of the lumps, etc. But even with Tyrese Maxey, the way the East is set up, they could still be an 8 seed. You know what I mean? They could still be
they can absolutely make it. I think they.
I'm saying right now they're going to be a top 6 seed, and I think Embiid's definitely playing under 35 games. They will be a top 6 seed.
Well,
even
Paul
with
George,
that reality.
Yeah, if Paul George gives you anything, like
even without him too, the East is so bad. It's awful.
But
however bad you think it is, it's worse. That's how bad it is.
They're so bad in a legit gonna win a championship bad, because there's not a lot of teams that will, but there's like sneaky teams. Like Detroit, it's not like I don't consider them like a threat to win at all, but they're gonna be good. Like Atlanta. Like, I think they're going to stink technically, but they could be better than us with no George and Embiid.
They'll probably be better. I would say that they're probably one of the teams better than us, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said if you have like a George for 65 games, 60 games, yeah, they're probably a top 16 seed, because you need 2. You need 2 scorers. Like, we don't know what VJ is going to bring on a nightly basis, regular season wise, nor do we know really McCain right now. We gotta see, we got to see him again. We think he can score a little bit, but we got to see it. He missed a lot of time. So you need the second scorer to be a threat. And I know the East is open, but I'm saying, like, to be a top 6, I think you just need one of those 2 guys healthy. I've been saying that since we got George, that he can give you 20 something tonight. We know what Maxey can give you. Maxey needs a sidekick, and I think that's where George will come in. And I think we'd be good. Right, we lack size a little bit, obviously, but VJ can go get 15 boards.
Yeah, we're gonna get crushed on the boards. And what drives me nuts too is, why did we wait so long for Embiid to get surgery? That's another mishap of the medical staff. Like, if this guy missed the whole year last year, and he's been hurt since the Olympics. Like, what made him wait 6 months to get surgery?
The Celtics game. That's what changed everything. We did too. It was a banner night, and it was a banner season. But we did raise a banner. It changed everything.
We were 10-17, and we didn't know how to act.
Yeah.
Monster win. Win.
You beat the Celtics on Christmas, changing.
And but you're saying because of that win, it delayed his surgery.
I really believe that. I really do believe that.
It's crazy.
Until the deadline, they thought that they were going to be good. Until they made the move, which honestly, if you look at how bad things look now, imagine they didn't make that trade for Grimes and they still had Caleb. Oh my God. We'd be even worse of a situation. Not because Grimes is going to be like an all-star, but even with his contract and his age, he's a great trade asset, even if it doesn't work out.
Yeah, that's crazy. He's not even signed, is he?
Not yet.
Not
But
yet.
I mean, I think he's definitely your starting 2 guard. Which then
Once he
VJ, yeah.
Once he signs. Well, yeah. What,
VJ
signs.
McCain, VJ
Oh,
McCain is already the most entertaining, fun bench that we've had in the Embiid era by far, by a wide margin.
Easily.
That's another thing I saw. Jeff Doughton Jr. is playing in like Hong Kong now.
Yeah,
And it was some tweet, and it was like, how many dudes has Embiid played with that aren't even in the league anymore? Like, and then under that was his longest tenured teammates. His number one is Furkan Korkmaz.
oh my
My
god.
boy Kurt Fork.
It was like Furkan Korkmaz, Shake Milton, Robert Covington, Ben Simmons, and Tyrese Maxey. Those are his longest tenured teammates.
Wow.
And
How
that
many-
list is sickening.
How many trades did Furkan Korkmaz ask for? 2?
Yeah, we traded
3?
them to the Pacers, and they just said, "See you."
Yeah.
Like they
then-
can't even stay in the league. Like what's Sharge done? Like what's Covington done since he left here? Like these were starters for us. Like what's
I can
Simmons done?
I can go get my T-shirt. It's got all
What's
the names
Seth Curry
on it.
done? Seth Curry can't even play for his dad's team. He can't even play for the Hornets. They win 5 games a year. He can't sniff minutes. Like it's crazy. Like all these guys we had as starters. Josh Richardson. Like in the Embiid era, we've had so many stiffs start for us. PJ Tucker's begging for minutes. Like it's actually sickening how many starters we've had that can't sniff NBA minutes. It's crazy. As soon as they leave, they're just nowhere to be found. Like they were only starting here.
Yeah.
George Niang just got traded.
He did.
Yeah, for the 7th time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they can sign
in
Chris
Utah.
Bouchard.
Yeah.
I don't
I mean,
know. That
Boston's a
fires
mess.
me up.
Boston's a mess.
Yeah, because they just had to unload everybody.
I mean, they're terrible. They're really bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I could just say it over and over again, but that's astonishing to me. Like how many starters we've had, like Simmons, Richardson, Curry, Sharge, Covington,
Why
PJ
is
Tucker. Like they can't even start anywhere
Like,
else.
like of those though, like Simmons is really like the one that hurts the most, right? Because
Oh, yeah.
like he was the highest drafted, he was the most, anticipated, draftee coming in. Sarge was what, a lottery pick, so all right, but everybody else was just coming in trade. So like I mean, the point's there. I 100% agree, but like the only one that like you really get fired up on is Simmons to me, because we had that, and
But we always go
everything.
back to that Hawk series,
and it was that pass too, right? Like
yeah, but that's what I'm
that
saying.
pass was everything.
But we always go back to that Hawk series and that pass, and that definitely changed his career. But like were we a 1 seed that year? Am I not mistaken?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we were a 1 seed that year. We had Seth Curry starting, can't sniff minutes anywhere else. Like we had Furkan Korkmaz and Matisse Thybulle flip-flopping in the starting lineup for offense defense. Literally flip-flop with Thybulle and Korkmaz. And we were the 1 seed with Seth Curry, Thybulle, and Korkmaz playing like pivotal minutes.
Yeah.
Like think about that. And then you had Simmons and Dwight Howard who couldn't shoot on the court at the same time together. Like, and we were still the 1 seed and took that team to 7 games, almost away from a conference final. That's how great Embiid is.
You know what's funny
I
about
was gonna
that
say
season?
that's a
Were you up
credit to
3-1?
Embiid.
Yeah,
Huh?
if Doc
Wait,
Rivers,
you're up 3-1 in that series, right?
No,
not
we-
Atlanta, no.
We were 61-9 at
Oh,
home.
yeah.
That like the last 70 games, we were 61-9 at home, and then we lost 3 home games to the Hawks in that playoff
Yeah.
series.
Doc
Amazing.
Rivers didn't know Tyrese Maxey was until the playoffs started. It was because he doesn't play anyone unless you're above the age of like 26, 27. You're ineligible to play. And then he played in the playoffs. If he played longer than that, who knows?
Incredible, absolutely incredible.
It really is. Like
Good old
It's you can rehash all of this all you want, right? The fact that you have 2 former number 1 overall picks that were with the team for what, a combined 6 years, 7 years, absolutely insane, absolutely insane. It only happens to the fucking Sixers.
This is why I would always trade picks for proven talent or prospects for proven talent. These are the reasons, because it's like, dude, Simmons was consensus number 1 overall to everybody.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Fultz was a reach, right? But Simmons was consensus. That's LeBron's cousin. You know,
I do that again.
That's his look-alike. I mean,
Yeah.
I think he's the biggest pussycat to ever step on in a sports arena. stadium, anything.
Yeah, he wanted nothing to do with the basketball.
No, but that being said,
after he got paid though, he did before.
Oh yeah.
you still had to pick him there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
agree.
That's
dude, I would do it again. I would do it again.
You absolutely do it again.
Yeah, but why us? So like, this is what I don't understand.
Because we can't have nice things. That's why.
What curse do we have as
Yeah,
Sixers
but like
fans?
we were
The
what's
hanky.
crazy.
It's a hanky curse.
We were still the
Come on,
number
Greg.
one seed.
It can't be a hinky curse when
No, I'm saying it's since the NBA took over for Hinkie.
Yeah, but you can't get punished for the NBA doing something to your franchise. There's certain things here that if we really want to dissect this, that you can't be punished for that. Like if they did it internally, it's a different conversation. But if the NBA is coming in and say, "Oh, we don't like this, we're going to put a guy in place," that's not really the Sixers doing. We don't deserve that as fans.
No, we don't deserve it, but it happened.
But it's just crazy also how much his career changes if you have a better cast around him. Like they still were a game away from the conference finals twice. Like if you don't have Curry and Korkmaz and Thibault starting and Shake Milton, like do you win? It's a bunch of what ifs, but
buckets. That Toronto series has to be won.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
easy.
That's
easy.
where the whole conversation ends. That's the best overall team that he's played with, and there was no bench, but that starting five was the best starting five in basketball that year.
Covers
their third game and a bounce away.
Yep.
Crazy. That changes everyone's career. It changes the knack on Embiid. It changes the everything on Simmons. Like because at least they took you to a conference finals.
Yeah, because I think
Simmons, Jimmy
100%.
doesn't leave.
Yeah, a lot of things go differently there because if you win, you start to like guys.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? If you lose, it's easy to hate guys. But if you win, it's easier to like guys. I don't know.
And I was fortunate enough to be at every home game that we played the Raptors that year in the playoffs. Kawhi Leonard was Michael Jordan.
Oh,
that he was the greatest player ever. Like ever. Like that stretch was the greatest player in the history of basketball.
To ever step on a basketball court.
Ever.
That shot alone is the most ridiculous shot. One, it's a ridiculous shot. Like on a Fisher Price net. I don't know if I'm a sharpshooter, right? I would hope Buckets is with the nickname, but I'm a sharpshooter. So, I feel like that's a tough shot there, on a 4-year-old. I got high ceilings, so I can get that shot off. But like, you know what I mean? Like I've watched that shot 1,003 times.
And it drives me nuts that they switched. Like, why didn't Simmons just keep running with Leonard? Like, they just stopped. They ran into each other, and Simmons just stopped, and then Embiid fouled him to the corner. They should have just trapped him in the corner. That you knew was going up.
So it was a step behind, right? And because of that, right?
Yeah.
And he traveled, but
he did travel.
Absolutely traveled.
Well, they don't call that in the NBA.
I mean,
Especially not final
they would
seconds.
never call him that. They were never.
Yeah.
calling that.
But it just sucks that they stopped. Because if you watch that again, Simmons just stops because Embiid switches.
It was on the other night.
Yeah, they
What
should
sucks is the Sixers medical team is garbage, and did Joel do enough off the court to prepare himself to withstand?
The American food thing is a real thing. You saw what happened to Doncic. Doncic was the skinniest, most athletic dude for the first 2 years.
Oh,
and now
he's coming for everybody this year,
right.
too.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
100%. Like, he got fat and slow. Look at Embiid's rookie year, like where he actually played his first 2 or 3 years. He was skinny and he was flying around. And he got that American food, little Chick-fil-A twice a week, 3 times a week. And I'm telling you, it catches up to you. It's no joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Not here to say picture perfect.
Hey, walking endorsement.
I don't know. A walking endorsement maybe for athletes not to do.
Don't do me. 100%.
That's where
I look at Mitchell Robinson. Like, he can't even fit through a door frame anymore. That dude was skinny as hell.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it does it to us all. I mean, it's not just these guys. I feel it. You know what I mean? I feel it. I like to dabble. I like to treat the body per se. There's something a little greasy, but I mean, as an athlete, dude, if I'm making that kind of money, like I'm getting somebody to cook me good stuff. Like I'm not even worried about that as an NBA player. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is why these guys make me laugh. If anybody would ever dare give me that kind of money and make me that good at something, oh baby, I'll play for 42 years. You know what I mean? Like I'll be like LeBron, just sticking around because I'm gonna treat my body like it's the greatest thing of all time, and I'll live to 95. And especially in Embiid, from Africa, I feel like people live a long time over there. I don't know why. Some don't. Obviously, it's Africa, but like they're known for some long lives over there. Just saying.
Man.
Habib, you're right, Habib. Zion's a walking endorsement.
Oh, yeah.
On strippers and fast food.
Yeah.
And just looks like a guy who's probably blown a line off the chest. Just saying. I mean, I'm not here to be a beat writer, but just looks the part. Some guys just look the part. Like that guy will right off, probably sniffed the nipple by accident.
But if I was a beat writer on the dog days, I'm sure I could find some.
I just sniffed the nipple off.
Sure, I can find some evidence.
I mean, guy's out 6 to 8 with a nipple lodge up his nostril. I can see that report coming out soon. He's always out with something. You know what I mean? Ever since the shoe fell off, he's never been that good anyway. Like everybody's like, he jumped out the gym. Everybody jumps out the damn gym. You know what I mean? Like the whole country jumps out the gym. Like if you really went and went courtside NBA game, the whole 10 guys out there are jumping out the gym.
Right. Zaire Smith, Jaden Springer, they'll jump right out the gym.
Guys jump
right into the Euro League.
Yeah, guys can jump high. Like you don't even need to do the measurements on draft day.
Stay away from peanuts.
Like in the pre-draft stuff, you don't even have to do like how high can a guy jump.
Well, everyone can jump to this moon except our backup center. He can't jump over a curb, so it's okay.
Yeah, but looks like a good player though.
Yeah, he does. I was just teasing.
He does.
No, sometimes listen, we talk about it. That could be a little bit of a steal because I think he's a guy who can play 8 to 10 years in this league and just be good. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not talking all-star games. We're not talking that kind of stuff. But just be a good player. Like, he's got good instincts. He passes the basketball really well, which I'm a big fan of bigger guys. 3-point shot can be hot, can be cold, but he can do it.
If he does that, he's going to play every night. Like, that's the key. Yeah, he's going to play every night.
Every night. Yeah.
He's going to play every night. But, I don't trust it. And defensively, he's going to be a cone. But other than that, he's
welcome to the party.
He can rebound, though. We've been begging for that for years. So, at least
him and VJ will get dirty for sure.
Yeah. I think VJ is going to start by the end of the season, but
Maxey beefed up, too. You guys took a peekaboo.
He grew a little bit too. He's our new power forward.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. He's gonna be small ball 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God, right up Daryl's alley.
Yeah.
I mean, that'll run the 6'2".
Him and Kyle Lowry would be on the low block.
Yeah, Kyle Lowry posted up.
He was in Knicks here all summer. I heard he's 6'6" now.
Could you imagine Lowry? Could you imagine Lowry posting up Joker? Right, posting up a big man. Oh, there's Lowry in the post.
I'm thinking it the other way around. I think he's gonna be on defense in the low block.
Oh, well, he'll do that too. Well, he'll like that because he likes to get in your grundle a little bit. You know what I mean? He likes to get up in you. He's known to being an asshole or two, Kyle.
So, what happens if he retires? Do we owe him money?
I don't know, Mike. I don't follow this shit.
No idea.
Yeah, I don't think you do. I think it's the same thing with Bynum, right? Didn't he retire before?
Oh God.
Yeah, it'd be crazy if that's how it starts and that's how it ends. It started with Bynum and it ended with Embiid, and they both just retired. That was the process.
Yeah, and then it'll be VJ probably.
My
start
God.
a whole new one.
No, VJ. Yeah, we'll have.
What a goddamn pinky? Are we talking about index fingers now?
Yeah.
No.
Like a hangnail or something. It just won't be able to play for a year.
No, we're good. I'm
VJ a pimp.
Yeah, I agree. I like
VJ.
him a lot more than I did before the draft.
I don't even need to watch VJ. I said this is the one that you weren't on, Luke. I think I never need to see him touch a basketball in the summer league after they said he was out. I'm like, I seen enough the first game because it was against the guy that a lot of people wanted, some didn't.
Yeah,
and he outplayed him. And there was a couple plays in that game where you're like, "Yep, I see it. I see what it can be." A couple fadeaways, couple baseline jumpers right there. You're like, ooh, that's what I see a little. I do see a little Anthony Edwards in him.
Yep.
I don't see the Jimmy Butler because Jimmy never had that athleticism.
It's Jimmy's attitude. It's not the. It's
Yeah,
not the,
right. He's
Yeah,
got
but
that-
His attitude and like the energy.
It's
the
Edwards' play style, but it's Butler mindset.
no, fair. That makes more sense. It's just in Jimmy's game. It's no resemblance, but the physicality, I'm right there with you. Like I love the kid, man, and I'm not trying to overhype a guy that we haven't seen playing an NBA game yet, but I don't know. I feel like I've been doing it a long time, just like a lot of you guys probably do. Hopefully, all of you. That you can watch a guy once and be like, "Yep, that's the part." I even said about the other guy. I mean, he shot a 3 early on in the game, and he might have missed it. I can't remember. But it was just clean, right? You know what I'm saying? It was Ace Bailey shot a 3, and it was like, "Ooh, that's clean." I ain't mad at you. You know what I mean? And I was like, "Oh, did we miss?" You know what I mean? Did we miss? Like I said, "Oh my God, we missed." And then I let it play out, and I was like, "No, we did not miss. We did not miss." But yeah, that's what I thought about Ace Bailey. I thought that shit was clean. Like he looks the part. You know what I mean? I think he's another guy. I think it's a really good draft class. There's going to be a lot of good players.
Yeah.
I think some draft classes stink and some are loaded. We were lucky enough to be in a loaded one, and I think we got the right guy for us. Even though, we don't need character issues right now. If we're trying to change a culture, right? You can't have character issues to try to change that culture. You have Tyrese Maxey who doesn't have character issues. You have another guy who loves nail polish, right? And then who? Then now I need a junkyard dog. Yeah, and now I need somebody that doesn't have character issues. That was generator had to pump the generator, right? You know what I mean? Like I need somebody that was pumping their own goddamn generator and got off the island. Make sense? Like where's Pump at? Where's Pump? Because that's what you want, Pump. You begging for the Phillies. Now we got a guy off the island. The Bahamas part of the U.S. But aren't they? Isn't Bahamas part of the U.S. or Virgin Islands?
No.
Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin
Right.
Islands, yeah.
Yeah.
Virgin
Bahamas
Islands,
not part of the
Sorry.
US.
That's on me.
The Bahamas have their own.
Guys, I don't need the whole. We don't need the whole session and
It's
class.
2,000 nautical miles.
It's
Yeah.
11, 12 at night. I made a simple mistake. I was thinking Hawaii. I don't know where I was going. But yes, Bahamas not part of the U.S. That's on me. Full accountability. That being said, got off the island. All right, let's stick with what the facts were here. Got off the goddamn island. That's why I wanted to confirm that I had no U.S. connections because he's off the island. Pump. And you wanted the guy that's on the island, right? Or it's on this island, the big one. All right, you wanted the big island guy. And that guy's a punk. He's a punk. All right? Because if he was that good right away and he wasn't a punk, Rutgers wins 25 games. All right? And you guys can come after me all you want. I don't care who was around them. If he's that good, because we know Harper is, and if he's that good, they're that good. We got the right guy. Let's go. Anybody, how did what's his face play? The other guy, like from Texas. Anybody see him?
He looked like he could hoop for sure. The ball's going in the basket, no doubt about
Trey
that.
Johnson.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to confirm. I like confirmation.
Yeah, the ball's going to the
Yeah,
basket.
cool.
Yeah.
Anybody look like shit, Luke? Anybody like
Cooper looked pretty. I mean, he's fine. Let's be real. He looked fine, but
Yeah,
he didn't.
Christopher
He didn't
Gray,
live
right.
up. Neither did Wemby in any of those summer league games either. To be fair, but he didn't.
Yeah,
look,
but he's also the size of an oak tree.
yeah.
So I mean, it's a little I'll say something about it. I don't want to be a guy to do this, but unless that dude's Larry Bird, right? Like I don't know. I had my own personal issues with I was just saying, I don't care. We're looking to get canceled. I'm like, don't turn your camera off like you're not here. You better turn the camera back on.
I don't know where you're going, babe.
I'm not going to go that wrong. I'm going with just we all got eyeballs. So can we turn the camera back on? Right? I'm not trying to get canceled that bad. What I'm trying to say to you guys is nobody's concerned out there but me by the white guy going #1 overall. Nobody. Like he looks the part. Trust me. I think he's a stud in college. Right? Sure. No concerns about that at all. Okay.
No.
It's fine. That's just me. That's me. How I create my guys in like 2K and stuff.
Because to me, there was no one close second.
Yeah, there was no.
Right? If there was a debate, I probably buy into what you're talking.
And what I'm talking about is like if I create a player in
I don't
NBA
know.
2K.
We're not a little worried that he's a later, good but not great.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying.
Well, we don't have him, so he can stink for all I care.
Yeah, I don't.
He's not here.
But if I'm creating a player in NBA 2K, right? I'm creating a player in NBA 2K, even if it's my name, right? If it's my name, the guy's not going to be a white guy. I mean, we just, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm gonna defy all odds. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be the trendsetter. You know what I mean? No, I'm just gonna,
I mean, while you're talking about it, Conca Nipple exceeded expectations
He's a
farther than
baller.
anybody.
I'm very glad about that.
I'm officially retracting my statements.
Yeah, he
because
could
of the nipple.
Yeah, he looked great.
The one that Zion sniffed off the friggin' chest.
The one that Zion sniffed off the stripper.
Yeah, let's confirm the nipple that came out here. It was Collins. It was Collins' nipple. Whoa, he's got to explain to Duke too.
Guys.
No, you're right. You're right about him. And I'm just joking about the whole thing too. Like I think Cooper's a baller. So
no, but you're totally right. I've never made
Larry
a
Bird or
2K
Christian
player.
Laettner?
Yeah. Like if you're looking at player A is white and player B is African American. Not. I'm probably gonna go with player B more often than not.
You put two hypothetical goddamn guns to my forehead, all right? I'm gonna take player B. All right, every day and twice on Sunday and every back-to-back he got to offer me. All right,
unless he's from like Slovenia.
Oh yeah, no. If it's a European guy, I'm taking the European guy.
Yeah, like Tingus Pingus or Jokic or
yeah.
You're right.
In that situation, I'm taking the European. Give me the European guy.
You're right. Because you got to be. You're right. Let's not go any further with this, but we're all. It doesn't
or anybody with a Vitch. That's Shaq's rule.
We're not telling the American kid to put down the basketball, the American white kid. That's not what we're telling you to do. But what I'm trying to tell you to do is, all right,
know your role. Don't be TJ McConnell. Just know your role.
No, Mike. That's inappropriate. That's actually more inappropriate than anything I said.
You're Kyle Korver or you're TJ McConnell. Or get the hell out of the gym.
No,
Dougie buckets.
You guys sometimes.
Come on, there was John.
We already said it.
There was John Stockton buckets. He made.
But what was he?
You're a floor general, or you're a grinder.
Why was Larry Bird so good? His fundamentals were delicious. Okay, so what I'm saying to the American white kid with a basketball in your hand is, all right, you need to be so fundamentally sound that's not even funny. Like the nipple is so fundamentally sound, right? Like all the little things the nipple will do. All right, he's got all the little things down pat because he had to learn it, right? So even if you're a great athlete, right, get all the little things down so you can be like the nipple. All right, and that's my message to the youngsters out there.
And if you're white, you have to shoot it.
Yeah.
If you're white and you can't shoot, there's not a lot of room for you in the league.
You saw Ben Simmons, guys. That's what we'll tell the white guy because he's white. He's white.
Larry Bird, he shot it. They got that little over the head thing going on. If you could do that, there's a room for you anyway.
Remember Ersan used to do that?
You can't block it. If you got a little bit of this going on and it's going into 40%, we'll make room for you.
Joker does. Luka does. All those guys shoot is sort of funky where they get deeper because they don't.
Ersan used to love
Dirk.
to do that.
Dirk was the one-legged.
Yeah, Dirk.
Well, they shoot it correctly, right? I mean, that's the way you're taught is to get the ball over your head so you can't get it blocked.
Yeah.
Dario was like the only guy I would see like shoot like next to his ear. It was like totally like exaggerated.
Classic of the Sixers to get the one European guy that can't shoot.
Yeah, we're amazing. We're an amazing organization.
Oh, yeah, you could say that again.
So I don't know. I don't know if Sixers. I don't know if you guys.
No, I'm good. Let's move on to the electric Johan Duran. Love that guy.
Guy's a machine.
Yeah.
He's got me watching on Tuesday nights.
Let's go.
He's
a machine. Love that guy.
We got the stadium booing the Phillies
for scoring runs.
Yeah, that's amazing. We scored too many runs. We can't go see our closer. I love it.
They're booing Rob Thompson because he was going to pitch if there was 4-0. Now it's 5-0. They sat him down. They're booing Rob Thompson.
I mean, even if they lose in the first round and he plays like shit in that series, I'm more than excited to watch him next year. I wouldn't care. I would get over it way
Yeah,
too
we got
fast.
him, 2 years of control? I
At
think,
least.
right?
Yeah, I mean,
At
end of
least 2
27.
years of control? Yeah, hell yeah. Plus,
103 up and in. Good morning.
And it's
He-
easy.
Yeah.
he's thrown
It's
one
easy.
pitch under 98 miles an hour.
I
Oh,
told
was a
you guys.
splitter.
Greg, I
He threw
told
the
you.
2 fastest pitches in the history of the franchise in like a 4-pitch outing the other day.
And like
Yeah,
Greg
which
said,
is
it's easy.
wild.
He doesn't do a windup or anything. It's just a stretch, and it's so nonchalant. He just
Yeah.
lifts and goes.
So it's
there's
going to
no,
stay, right? I mean, I say that because it's going to stay. It's not like he's gassing up and it's something that you're going to lose that. No, that's
it's
an
not
easy
Max.
motion.
Yeah, it's free and easy, right? And
Yeah.
it's not max effort. And
it'll help him stay healthy too.
yeah, and I'll say it again.
Mhm.
That was the missing piece to get this team to where they want to get to. And I think you sort of saw it, them just rejuvenated a little bit, or clubhouse wise, by going and getting some moves. Like Bader's an underrated good move. Like he's a good player. He didn't go get. You went out and got a known, right? It wasn't a star move, right? It's not it's not a star, right? But it's a good player who's been in the dance.
Mhm.
He's been around it, right? So it's not new for him. You didn't go get an Austin Hayes. I thought that was a good move. It's not a great move. It's not a wow you. It's not, that gets me over the top. Or
Do you
maybe
think
it
they
does.
were ever looking for that after the first trade?
An over the top guy?
Yeah, or just like anyone in like the outfield where they were just like,
Yeah,
this
but
is a
they-
big
but
name.
they-
Absolutely.
But
Do you think
weren't
they
gonna-
were?
they
But
weren't
I
gonna
mean,
give up
after
Painter.
the trade that they had
Yes,
already made.
they just weren't
So,
giving up Painter.
yes.
Okay.
That's it.
Right.
Yep, they were not
So,
giving up Andrew Painter. So that's why.
Looking at like what the Padres did, right?
Oh, they're delicious for sure.
The Padres did a ton of stuff, and I think it's really going to help them out, right? But they gutted their farm system, right? They traded Leotis DeVries to get who I think was like the number 3 prospect in baseball, something like that, to go get Mason Miller. Okay, good move, great win now, and then also win future move by getting a closer and like Mason Miller like that. But you trade a guy that is going to be your franchise shortstop to go and have a possibility of going and winning, right? Do I like that? Yeah, good for them, right? Now, would I have liked to see us try and maybe go and get Byron Buxton? Yeah. Would I have liked to see us maybe go and get Stephen Kwan? Yeah. But like looking at what these guys had to give up and like what they really got in return, there weren't like a whole lot of blockbuster guys getting moved. Yeah, Mason Miller got moved, but like the average fan isn't like, oh yeah, Mason Miller got traded to the Padres. That's a huge move, right? Like not a whole lot of people knows who that is, right? Which is why I think going out and getting Bader, who needs to be playing every day, by the way. I'm sick of this Max Kepler bullshit. Going out and getting somebody for that for really nothing. Really nothing. You gave up like a young prospect and I don't even know what we gave up. Inconsequential.
For who?
For Bader.
For Bader,
Right?
you gave up the number 10 ranked prospect,
Right.
but an outfielder,
Fine.
right?
Yeah,
Your
fine.
system is littered with outfielders.
Right. So you got a controllable closer. You got a very good defensive outfielder who's hitting like 260 this year, who can play both center and left field if you need him to, or center and a corner, right? And he's got reverse splits. So all of this platooning BS doesn't make any sense to me at all, right? I don't care that Max Kepler had a home run yesterday. Whoop-de-doo, bro. You're hitting 200 still. Get out of here, right? I
He's
said
a
this.
nice guy.
I love that he's a nice guy, man. He could be a nice guy on the bench.
It was
Okay.
his first game with 2 extra base hits since April.
March 31st.
Oh, I apologize.
March 31st. It's freaking it's insane. Why is this dude still on the roster? Oh, I was told I was going to be an everyday starter. Okay.
Well,
You
he's
suck,
got-
bro. You haven't been good. Get off my team.
200.
He has
I'll
it 12. He has it 12 homers somehow.
I don't know how. I don't think I've seen a single one. I think I
Isn't
missed
it
all those
crazy
games.
though? Isn't it crazy
Yeah.
though? He has 12 homers and 36 RBIs. Like, yeah, he's been 204. But still, that's just wild to me. I
Like,
feel like
it's
I
like-
haven't seen him. I mean, I
Right,
haven't seen
yeah.
him.
he hasn't done anything. Yeah, I know people.
I don't
really
have
care.
a problem with the platoon if it works. Like the other night, it works. Sure, I get it, but like use it once a week, right? Use it twice a week. You don't have to use it. You don't have to use it. It doesn't have to be this perfect split. Like okay, like you said, Bader splits are better. So like use matchups then. Like play him against righties that he hits better. Like don't just use him against lefties. Like now you're doing him a disservice. That's why I hate the platoon. Like, be a good manager and go off of fields that day. Watch BP.
Yep.
Who's looking like they're having good swings? Who's looking like their focus day? Who right? Like, come on, man. I mean, I'm tired of it. You can play the guy. Nobody's telling you not to play him. And listen, if he hits like he did yesterday and he does it consistently, then listen, play him every day then.
Yeah.
Like nobody's going to argue
Play
with
him
that.
every day until he cools off. I mean, the bottom line is I know the first 2 games against the O's, we swung the bats pretty damn well, but all year long, we have had trouble with consistency in our lineup. If you have a guy like Bader who's swinging the bat well, keep him in there until he cools off. I mean, look, the time is now. You know, we're in August, and the season's not getting any younger. And, you know, if we want to fend off the Mets and do something in the postseason, you need to put the best guys on the field to give you a chance to win. And as far as Bader goes, you know, he'll get you a homer once in a while. You know, he shows competency with the bat, and he can pick it in the field. And that's what we need. You know, and I don't think Kepler really gives you any of that on a consistent basis. Sit his ass on the bench.
The analogy that I could think of is like when you're coaching a tournament and you have your best 2 arms, you don't want to save them too long and drive home without using your horses.
Right.
Like I don't want my number 1 and number 2 pitcher not pitching because I tried to save them. And I'm talking about youth baseball tournament. And
Right.
I'm driving home with my horses in the car. So same thing goes in the playoffs. Like I don't need to platoon a guy because it's a righty on the mound and Kepler's a lefty, but he's batting 201. Now I'll take the better player every day of the week. Lefty, righty.
I mean, that was the other night.
If you ain't doing it for your stars, Greg, sorry. If you're not doing it for your stars, and like if you got a guy who's just a good player, right, and he has good at bats, what do I care if it's righty or lefty?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, yeah, that happened twice this week, right? I mean, the Friday we get Bader, that first game, he starts Kepler because it's a lefty. And then Saturday night, Bader hits the late home run against the righty, so you trusted him in that scenario to hit against the righty. And then we come out on Sunday or whatever, and you don't, you know what I mean? Like, you sit him again. And then, granted, it worked out, or it was like the other night. Yeah, it worked out because that's Kepler hit the home run and all that, but, like, you just trusted him against the righty, and then you're going to turn around. And then the other confusing one with me is how does Weston Wilson work his way into a platoon?
Right.
Like if you would have platooned Bader and you would have platooned like Kemp or Sosa and Stott, right? Those 3. But how did Weston Wilson work his way into platoon? I'd rather see Marsh, who's been swinging the bat really well.
Dude, it's like this guy. This guy is
Thompson overthinks it.
No, he's the 10U travel baseball coach.
Yeah.
I promised the guys I was going to start him.
Yeah, he's like,
I promised we were going to give this an opportunity.
He made too many relationships.
No,
he's too
dude.
friendly.
What did I say to you, Mike? I said that he has a problem. He has a problem, like just leaving a guy on a bench for a week or 2 weeks. He'll get sweaty. Like I got to get this guy at bats.
Yeah,
got to get this guy at bats. Like no, you don't, dude. Like Weston Wilson doesn't need at bats. Like once in a great while, give him a maybe. Up, down, up, big, down, big.
These guys got to earn their at bats. Period.
Because the second Nola's back or whoever the heck comes over here, like he's gonna be gone. You call up Crawford, Wilson's gone. Like you're just gonna send him right back down to the minor. So why are you worrying about getting him his at bats?
I hope so.
Yeah, I would just start Crawford and Bader in the outfield and then call it a day with Nicky.
I feel like it's a little late. I feel like you should have called Crawford up already. Like why do
it? I really, really think that if Kepler didn't have that game, 2 days ago where he had a double and a home run, that this week they would have cut him. I really, really believe that. right? But like now
That still might get to
hanging
that
on.
point.
He's hanging on by a thread.
He is hanging on.
He's hanging on by a thread. If he goes like 0 for 9 in like 3 starts, I think they cut him and they bring Crawford up and they put him in center field, and then you platoon Marsh and Bader. I think that's what they're planning on doing, right?
Well, even
or
if
like what the next step is.
Even if he's here till mid to late September, there's no guarantee that Kepler makes the postseason roster.
Right, but if you're gonna do that, he shouldn't be here.
Right? No, I agree. They should have cut him 3 weeks ago, but
Should have cut him in March.
yeah,
No, but like,
Ryan, he walks by you tomorrow. You asking for an autograph? You getting a picture with him?
no. Oh, how old am I, dude?
You
No,
run into him a Wawa. You're not grabbing a selfie.
No, absolutely not. Harrison Bader, I will. That guy's cool looking. Looks like he should be on like the '93 Phillies, not the.
Did you see that? Did you see that tweet? It's like the '93 Phillies all had a kid.
Baby, yeah, great.
He was born in '94, so it does work out.
That's funny.
Yeah, hey, there is a chance that one of those '93 Phillies is his dad. There's a chance.
Yeah. Well, listen, he plays the game hard, man, and I'm not crowning him, but I think sometimes the low level pickup and not the big one can be the bigger difference maker for you if you nail it. We've seen it in 08. You can see it at times if you get the right one, the right fit.
Yep.
It's all about the right fit of a guy, right? You tried with Austin Hayes. You tried with Kepler. I think Bader's been to a lot of places, essentially. So I think that makes it he's more comfortable with like moving and shaking.
Yep.
But I think his style of play is a guy that guys will like, right? So I think when you get a guy like that can really help you. And then the closer just gives you juice, baby, because now you know shit's over. And I said that the night we got him, that I think this is the move that gets the Phillies over the top or makes them like a big time contender. If we're talking about contenders, they became a big time contender. He's better than Mason Miller.
Well,
I see Mason Miller on a clutch spot for Osowski. I'll give up Bomb City. So
to
you know
Kepler.
what I mean? The Kepler of all people. So I'm not. This guy's pitching way more big games than Mason Miller ever has. That matters as a closer. So for the Padres to give up what they gave, buyer beware. That's all. I'm not saying he's not a stud. I'm not saying he's not really good. Of course he is. But now pitching in more tense moments, we find out what you really are. That's all. And maybe we find out he really is who he is.
Yeah.
Or maybe we find out like,
puppy.
It's crazy to think about that. It was
go to
17
Nevada,
years.
baby. Go to Nevada.
It's crazy to think about. It was 17 years ago, but just comparing it to 08 because you got it done in 08. Like the big name that we needed was the closer. That was the big missing piece. So I'm not going crazy that we didn't get the big name outfield bat. Because think about the biggest hits in 08. It was Matt Stairs, Jeff Jenkins, and Pedro Feliz. It wasn't big name guys. It was Jeff Jenkins pinch hit at that double. Stairs, that ball didn't land yet, and Feliz delivered you the game-winning run. The big story was Brad Lidge, obviously. It was perfect. Sure. He was the closer. That was the story of 08, was Lidge just staying perfect. So that Duran move is what you needed. That was huge.
To the staff, too.
You can deal with the Bader.
Yeah.
You got a staff that goes deep. We got a staff that will go deep, too.
Awesome.
Right? It allows you to feel even more comfortable with the move.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're like, I'm going to get to him quicker without using a lot of guys. And that's night talk when the music starts playing and the spider starts crawling. The game's over.
And the salsa starts flowing.
Yeah, but as the player, look at the difference in them.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the difference in body language, right? We talked about that last week or the week before, right? You guys remember that one? We talked about body language. Like, look at the little difference in body language. You don't see a little more jazz? You see a little more jazz, or is it just me?
There's juice.
I see a little more life and a little more juice because up top went all in for you guys. As much as you can go all in without selling the farm. Yeah. They went all in. They went as all in as they could this year for you, and it wasn't just an Austin Hayes move. We went and got you arguably one of the best closers in baseball.
And you saw what they
like, I know it's not look who's batting cleanup tonight. I get it. The hardest 3 outs are the last 3. and they just went and got a dominant one. Like, I don't know how you're not hard as a rock. Like, I still don't know. I don't know how people are all in on the Phillies. Like, you ain't got them. This now there's a lineup hitter they don't. Do we get him hot at the right time or we don't? That's going to be the X factor. But I'll tell you what the biggest X factor is: that Kyle Schwarber doesn't lead off. That's why this team's different than any other year, because you put the leadoff guy in the leadoff spot, and he's having a really good year doing it. And then you put a power guy in a power spot. Oh,
and it drives me nuts that we used to get bashed for ever even bringing that up. Ever making that a thought, you would get bashed. When you said that last year, 2 years ago, I'd be like, well, look how good they are with him in the leadoff spot. Well, because we have a good team.
Yeah.
Put the leadoff guy in the leadoff spot. Schwarber's having one of the best years of his career right now. Just mashing home runs. And how many grand slams has he had?
40 and 94, right? So he's got 40 homers, 94 RBIs. If he was in the leadoff spot, he would have 40 homers and 61 RBIs. You know what I mean? So look at the difference that he brings you right there. Or Harper on a I don't want to say a down year, but he got 17 of them, right? But he's not going to go hit 35, right? Unless he gets scorching hot. So a little bit
gets hot as a pistol.
Yeah, but so Harper hitting behind him, you still got to throw to him.
Yeah, because he's healthy. So it's the protection. It's a protection, and Nick's
Tom,
had a good year.
Your favorite term. Schwarber's been a ball club carrier this year. Sure we've had contributions elsewhere, but if it wasn't for Schwarber, we'd be 5 games behind the Mets.
And the shame of it is, I don't think he's coming back. He's going to need too much money in too many years.
I was just going to ask.
He'll be back.
No, you know why he'll be back, and it's sad because we almost have to. We're chanting MVP. He's been carrying us. He's been so good. You have to, but in reality, you should not, because he's going to get 4 years and a shit ton of money. And you need a catcher.
Right, that's why baseball is weird. Care. It's like, all right, it's your money. Like, who cares? It's your money.
I don't care.
It's not going to tie.
You don't need a catcher because I think JT's back on a discount deal.
Me too.
Discount would be nice.
I mean, you're telling me JT, you're not signing him 2 for 25, 3 for 30?
No, I'd love it. I'm just thinking after
I absolutely do that.
And then you bring up Tait. Oh wait, no, I'm kidding.
The only thing about JT as a catcher, I don't know how you don't lead your team in on base percentage.
Was Chuchi doing that?
No, I just stand by that. I just don't understand how, as catchers, when you see everything from that angle, how you don't, your reaction to pitches isn't better. I've always questioned that at the big league level. Catchers for years never were hitters, right?
Right.
And now we've gotten more catchers that can swing it for sure, right? But I've always been like, I think I've been thinking about this for like 20 years now.
You think it's a timing thing because they're seeing it late?
No, because how you not? You're seeing everything fast all the time,
right? Yeah,
you're seeing it later.
Yeah, but it's still but you're take out when you're seeing it. You're not seeing it that much later. You're still seeing it crossing the plate, right? So you're still seeing velo, movement, all that stuff from all different guys on your own staff. So when you go see somebody else, like I always thought, like how you not? Now before it was all because they focused on being a good defender. And it was almost like a pitcher. They didn't care about hitting, right? Makes sense. But it's obviously grown into a little bit of a power position and some other things. But I still don't understand, like to this day, like how did every catcher not in like the top 5 on their team in on base percentage?
Well, Piazza he sure showed some pop back in the day.
Yeah, and the funny thing is wasn't a good catcher.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But that's the only thing I could think of is like it could be just depth perception. It could just be timing. Like it's a tad later, but it's later. Like when you're catching, it's later. When you're hitting, it might come on you quick.
Yeah, I don't think it's that much later to make it like you're not standing in the first row.
Yeah, no, it's
I mean, you come on, you're seeing it all day. I'm talking about spin rates. I'm talking about all the driver sheet shit. You're telling me you see it all the time. How are you not better at it?
But it is like a common denominator, though. Like all catchers aren't great hitters.
Well, JT's a moron. I've said this for years. He's a. Hear me. I'm not calling the guy a real moron. I'm saying he's a baseball moron because what he does wrong is right in front of his face. And if I can see it in live action, right, or see it in slow-mo, how does he not see it? And how he's such a great athlete. How's he not able to make the adjustment? His whole thing is if his front foot doesn't get back down straight, his hip leaks, and everything leaks out on him. Like, oh, come on, babe. Come on. I mean, I'm not an expert. I mean, people think I am, but I don't, you know what I mean? I just know the game. If you're leaking, it's over. Like, everything's got to go towards the pitcher. You got to keep your shoulder on it. You got to keep your hip on it. I always tell kids, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. You need to keep it all on the ball. You need to keep it all on the ball. I mean, I come on. Right? It's the first song you ever sang. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes. So keep it on the ball.
JT, you're a moron. You're a moron.
You're a moron. You're a moron. Like, come on. Like I'm saying, like, somebody hire me then. I mean, I've been yelling and screaming at these guys. So you guys are the best of the best. Make the damn adjustment.
Yeah.
You want to get paid? I want you to get paid. We all get paid if you get paid. So let's go swing it. But like, I know it's hard to hit the baseball. But like, if you know, hey, I'm open, and because I'm open, I don't get it down right sometimes, dude, shorten it up by like this then. Makes sense. I'm saying stay semi-open. Nobody's gonna tell you, hey, go straight line, which is all a line in the sand, in the dirt for you. Make sure you stay on the line. No, I'm saying just trim her. Take a little fat off of her. You know what I mean? And then enjoy your steak. But he would mash the ball. And if he just hit the ball, if he just focused on hitting everything the other way,
yeah,
that dude would bet 300 every year. He would hit the freaking goddamn out of town scoreboard out there, 100 times a year, I feel like. But he's a pool happy junkie.
And we talk about how great he is defensively. My thing with him has always been going on one knee with runners on.
Well,
There's a bunch of times he gets pass balls where he's on one knee.
Yeah, listen to me. I think he's a good defense. I think he's great at controlling the run game. I think he's a terrible framer of pitches. I think he's one of the worst in baseball, in my opinion. I think he loses pitches for guys because he gets lazy on his stick. But nobody's willing to say that shit. You understand? Nobody's willing to come out there and say, yo, dude, you're that good defensive, you're that great of an athlete. Stick the damn baseball. Steal a pitch. Right? He'll get you guys see it. Am I wrong, Greg?
His metrics say you are, but you've been saying this for a while though, so I'm used to this one.
Ryan goes off camera. Am I wrong? No, am I wrong?
I think as a whole, framing has gotten worse.
Pop time.
I think he's great with handling the staff, but I
do agree there.
At times he definitely struggles. At times a pass ball go by and thinking, oh, what the fuck? He should have had that. And he's getting a little long in the tooth, but I think he can still be a very serviceable catcher at the major league level for the next year or two.
I would put him in first base. See if you can.
We have too many first basemen and DH.
Knock it off.
Yeah.
Knock it off. Knock it off.
Too many of them.
Put the right fielder back in right field. Put the right fielder back in right field.
That's another thing with Schwarber. Love Schwarber to death. No flexibility. He's going to be the DH on a team full of DHs.
It's not a team full of DHs. What do you?
It is. If you put him back in right field and Harper's arms hurt, you're screwed. What are you doing?
Harper's arms hurt. Now we're talking two Tommy Johns.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying, what do you do?
What do you do? What do you do? Shut up. Knock it off.
I'm just saying we have a team. We have a team full of DHs.
We don't have a team full of DHs. You name one, and
you're trying to move our catcher to first.
Yeah, that's not making a DH, babe. I don't know how you do a lineup card, but moving a guy to first base does not make him the DH.
We can only move so many people to first base. Is all I'm saying.
Well, how many more people am I moving?
We got Bohm. We got Harper.
Who said Bohm? Who said Bohm's going to first?
Bohm won't be around. We're good on that.
All right.
Who said Bohm's going to first base?
Schwarber tried it.
Nobody's talking about Schwarber going there.
Okay, I'm just saying. I think we have a team full of DH.
It's an interesting thought. So who's catching, Tommy?
I don't know. Go spend money.
I guess Marshawn.
JT's bat isn't good enough to stick him around just to let him play first. I'd just say
the bat gets better if you're not catching all the time. You just said depth perception. You use depth perception. So,
oh, now you're on board.
No.
now he totally agrees.
I'm just saying, like maybe
he's not the first row, baby.
See you better. I see you better.
All of a sudden, when it
Let's
applies
see
to first
here.
base, he's on board with
I mean,
that.
that's just the natural progression of a catcher, right? When they can't be as good defensively as a catcher, they can still swing a little bit. They move to first base.
Yeah, but at that point, I tip my cap, say thanks for your service, and
What are the
go back to the Marlins.
What do the metrics say, Greg? You know what I mean? Like now you got me sheeted up. You know, now I'm a dryer sheet. Look at me. I'm flying in for metrics. Like let me see what the nerds say about him. Because that's all I need to know. Because my eyes don't matter.
Yeah, but I feel like once JT's not catching, sayonara. I don't need him to stick around to play first base.
I would agree there.
That's a waste of space.
No, Mike, I'm just talking. We're talking. We're having a conversation. I agree with you. I just brought it up. It was like, do you move him there? Like, do you feel like you get more out of the bat? Maybe put him at first.
I think, Tommy, to your point, I think it's a thing that they should be doing more often. You know what I mean? Instead of necessarily like give him full days off for when Marchand, maybe you DH him, maybe you put him at first, right? Get off the knees a little bit.
You can't DH him or Schwarber's not playing.
Yeah, Mike, we already talked about it, Mike.
We know. We got our team full of DHs. We know this. We got 37 DHs
Castellanos, Schwarber,
26-man roster.
Everybody can DH. Yeah, but everybody who has a bat can essentially DH. You're right.
Oh, let me go grab one out of the garage. Hold on.
Please stay.
But you did envision.
We've had enough bad at bats.
You did envision this at the end, towards the end of his contract, which is where we're at. You just didn't think that Harper was going to be there every day already.
Well,
right?
I'm going with a JT walk though, or I'm going with a JT cheaper deal.
Yeah.
Stay around.
I only bring him back just because there's nothing else out there.
Yeah, exactly. There's some good free agents out there.
100%.
I'm all over them. If I have one in the pipeline, which I do not, because he was 18 anyway. So, and Marchand, maybe Marchand, but I would bring him back. But that's where you use the flexibility of like first base sometimes with him next year, because you gotta develop Marchand, right? You gotta try to develop him at the big league level and give him time. You can't go off what you have with Marchand.
Yeah, it's all a trickle down effect, because I agree with you that Harper should not be a first 70
at bats.
Yeah, put Harper back in right.
Marchand had 70 at bats and batted. He batted 186. Sorry, I was looking at on base percentage. My bad. I thought he said 288. I was like, what the hell are we talking about? But yeah, I mean, 70 at bats, 28 games is not really letting somebody get their feet under them at the big league level. That's all. Doesn't mean he can't play.
Wait, can I convince you of something real quick? So Harper to right. I agree with you. He shouldn't be a first this early. Put the right fielder back in right field. You agree with that?
Agreed.
Okay. What does that do for Castellanos?
He's not. They trade him this offseason.
Okay, so that's all I'm saying. When I say
then.
Okay, because when I'm saying team full of DHs, all I mean is somebody's gone. There's no scenario in which this exact team can have a DH other than Schwarber.
JT's gone, and I'll tell you who's coming back to play first base.
You're paying Reese?
No.
They will. Watch.
Because if you put Harper in right, what's that do?
Go win me the World Series, so then I don't have to care about next year.
No, but they're gonna. No, what I'm saying, they're gonna do it. They're not gonna have to overpay him. Trust me on this one. They're not gonna have to overpay him.
You know what I think they're gonna do?
That's why they'll do it.
Derek Hall just got released. We can bring him back.
Derek, great name.
You know what I think they're gonna do?
Tom Brown back too.
First we went. This guy was on our roster, so that's all I'm gonna.
They're gonna throw an absolute bag at Kyle Tucker. They're gonna throw a bag at Kyle.
They're gonna be one of 75 teams throwing a bag at Kyle
Tucker. Guess what? Guess what? We have a top 5. We're a top 5 pay. We're a top 5er, right? We're a top 5 market. So shed some stuff, trade some stuff. If you don't win it, if you win it, guess what? Run that shit back, baby. You know what I mean? If you go win it, you make little moves. You fill the outfield a little bit better. Right? You make solid moves.
You make Bader moves.
A little bit better, maybe. Maybe you go a little bit better.
I still throw a bag at Kyle Tucker when we win the World Series. No. Nobody's questioning still throwing a bag around. You know what I mean? I'm just not going to overpay that. I'll give him a big bag, and if somebody wants to overbag me, then it's your bag. Right? But yeah, I still agree because the roster's aging.
Yeah.
He's a stud. But now we go
Yeah,
back
give me a 28-year-old Kyle Tucker, please.
Yeah, but now Robbie's going to be sweating. Another lefty in his lineup.
We got to platoon Kyle Tucker.
Yeah.
Give him $400 million to platoon.
Jesus. Yeah, I truly don't.
Max
I don't
Kepler.
think they're in a weird spot with Schwarber because I don't think he should be back, but I think they're forced to. They're forced this hand to bring him back.
Well,
But for the money and for the years he's going to get, I don't think you should do it.
if you put, I know it's easier said than done,
But
but if you put money aside, don't worry about the money. Would you still bring him back? I sure as hell would.
Wait, what was he, 35?
Schwarber,
32.
33.
Oh,
33. Yeah, but he's okay, so he's going to have, what, 4 years?
what?
So he'll be 37, and
Oh,
he has no flexibility in the field. That's my only issue. If there was a
But you don't
plan-
need flexibility in today's MLB. You got the DH spot.
Right.
Yeah, are you fucking
Plus, you
okay?
have 26 on a roster instead of 25. I'd take his bat back in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
Look, it's the only thing I'll because in theory I agree with somebody that old. You don't give him 3-4 years, right? In theory, I agree with you there. But he's gotten better the last few years.
Yeah,
He's gotten
This guy
better as
has-
a hitter.
he's gotten more plate discipline, less strikeouts, and he's fucking mashing the ball. I mean, he's in
This
the
guy has a
absolute prime of his career right now.
and that's why I know they're going to be forced to give it to him, and he's had a hell of a year.
He's got a legit chance of winning the MVP.
Brian,
That's
nobody's
Mike,
disputing that. He's
Mike,
playing out of his mind. Nobody's
he has a-
disputing that.
he has
It's
an
saying
on-base
the
per-
short term is
has-
affecting their long term decision.
No,
That's
he
all
has
I'm
a
saying.
379 on base percentage, so that's not short term or long term. That's disgusting. Okay,
Nobody's arguing the MVP
No, no,
year
no,
he's
no, no.
having. There's
No,
not
no.
one person sitting here arguing it. I'm just
Well,
saying this
I'm
short term
arguing-
success is going to make them sign him long
Not
term.
in a DH role.
He's going to want 4 years.
Yeah, but okay,
I'll
you
give
give him
him
the 4
4
years
Sure.
because he's
Okay.
a DH. You're not worrying about him wearing down, Mike. You're worrying about him going hitting 40 homers a year.
But when he doesn't, what's his value?
Well, what
Who
does it
cares?
matter at that point? Because then we're restarting anyway, babe. So I
He
don't
could
know
play,
where
he
he's
could
all I'm
walk down
saying.
the street to Xfinity Mobile and come off the bench of the Sixers. He'll be 37?
Prime of his career for that.
Yeah, I just don't know why you're worried about 3 or 4 years from now when we have a
Yeah.
an
We're worried
opportunity to
about
win
this
it.
year. We're trying to have a parade in October.
Yeah, well, we're worried about this. We
This
can
guy-
win. We can still win it over the next 3 years. We have like a 2-3 year window here of
If
like
this guy-
going to
if
be able
this
to win
guy-
a couple.
If this guy hits 55 home runs and we let him walk, I'm going to go burn down Citizens Bank Park. Okay.
Agreed.
All right. That's
I'm saying
fine.
for next year, would love to have him. Maybe even the year after that. But then 2 years after, he's not hitting 40 plus every year. He's just not. I'll put money on it. Next year he might do it. The next 2 years after that, he's not doing it.
I'll pay him $1 million a home run. I don't care. That's fine. He's got Shohei Ohtani's making $70 million to DH. He's not pitching.
I don't know. I think they thought about this, and I think they knew, and that's why he's not extended yet. But now with the year he's having, they're going to have to because the fan base is going to go crazy if they don't. That's all I'm saying.
No, that's inexplicably false. They've been trying to sign this dude since spring training.
Well, it would have been done if they really tried.
He's a Boris guy. They always go to They always go to free agency because he's hitting 40 home runs a year, right?
And they don't do anything in season. Once
They
it
don't.
reaches season, their talks are off. But
He was
the
always
city
gonna
would
get free
burn.
agency.
the city would burn if they.
There's no guy more Philadelphia than Kyle Schwarber. You could say Bryce Harper, but it's Kyle Schwarber. That dude's a menace. I love that guy.
Yeah, he'll be back. But just saying their hands forced now because the city will burn.
Fine.
But we're in win now
Burn, baby,
mode
burn.
anyway. We're in win now mode anyway, Buckets.
Yeah.
They got to go all in.
No, they forced their hand to sign a guy who's having an MVP season. Imagine saying that out loud.
No, all I'm saying is if he had 15 home runs, it was batting 202, you wouldn't care if you walked this
You
year.
beat Max
No,
Kepler.
sure.
You wouldn't give a shit.
No shit.
You wouldn't
Jack.
care.
No
Are
shit.
you okay tonight? What did you just say out loud? Like go do that on repeat on what you just said out loud.
I said if he hit 202 and had 15
Mike,
runs, no one would
I'll
care
get
if he
rid of
walked.
my own kid.
But now he's
Yeah,
having an
yeah.
MVP season.
Mike,
Because
I'll
he's
get rid
not
of-
making
Mike, I'll
he's not
get rid
making
of-
$25 million.
You just like to
move
argue.
on.
He's having an MVP season,
Who
so
likes
now
to
the
argue?
city will burn if he doesn't get
You
re-signed.
can't compare a guy having an MVP season to a guy who's out of the league. Because if my own son batted 202, I'd remove his ass from the roster. So don't talk about compare a guy that on a fringe and an MVP caliber player. Like you can't compare him. You're trying to make it sound like that extending him is a problem. That's what you're making it sound like because there's a DH for a reason and we have it. So let's utilize it. You're making it sound like a logjam and like, oh, it's gonna kill him at the end of it. That's where you're at for a guy who plays all the time, who's always in the lineup, and is always on winning teams. Every team he's on wins. So that's what you're making it sound like that's a problem if that guy's back, which is crazy to me. That's where I'm lost. That's where I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
No, I'm saying it's a problem if he's not back. Because of the year he's having.
Am I going crazy?
Because of the year he's having, it's a problem for the fans if he's not back. I'm saying they would have extended him by
guys on. Did he not say that it's going to bite him long term essentially? Signing
2
this
years
guy.
from now. Yeah, the success he's having now is going to make him sign him longer than they would have liked to.
But I think it would be a 4-year deal regardless because of the DH role.
Right. So
And
that's why I believe that he was not signed yet to this 4-year deal because they wanted to see how the season went. And now that he's playing so well, they have to. Their hands forced.
Yeah, Boris wanted to, not them.
Okay.
That's where you're wrong.
The Phillies wanted to sign this guy probably after the end of last offseason, right? This dude has been the second or third best hitter in baseball for the last 3 years since he's been here, right? The only guys who have been possibly better than him are Ohtani and Judge. That's it. This dude's been like he's hit 40 home runs twice. He hit 38 last year. Like he's had 104 RBIs the last 2 years, 94 the year before that. Like, and that's all out of the leadoff spot. You put this dude in between Trey Turner and Bryce Harper, and he's going nuclear. He's going to hit 50, 55 home runs. He's going to have 140 RBIs. He's going insane. And if you keep these guys around, because they're not going anywhere, it's not going to change. He's getting better. He's gotten more plate discipline, right? He's walking more. Like, the dude just gets on base. I don't know, man. You could
got a good eye to play.
Pitch around him out of the leadoff spot. You can't do that now. Trey Turner's like second in the league in hits. Bryce Harper is Bryce Harper. You got to pitch to somebody, right?
I love all those people too that try to just try to throw it in your face that this guy has to be the leadoff. Like that, like you were crazy for thinking that he shouldn't be the leadoff for like 4 years in a row. Anytime you brought it up, you got shut down. And now he's finally not the leadoff and he's going off. Like there was a time, like if you said, "Oh, he shouldn't be the leadoff," you would just get shit on for 4 years. And now look what he's doing. He's having the best year.
Yep. Again, like it's a moot point. He'll be back. It might cost you $35 million, $40 million, whatever. It's not my money. I don't really give a shit.
Well, I think it costs you more because of what he showed to do in like the 3 or 4 hole. You know what I mean? Like what he's shown in the power position to go along with like the leadoff. I think that's the separator bar that gets him a little bit more money, right? How much more I don't know, but I think you guys would agree with that. Like 38 homers is great, 40 homers is great, but when now you have the RBI numbers to back it, that gets you a good amount of money.
Yeah.
So
Listen,
they're gonna overpay air quote for him for sure. Like, you know what I mean? If you want to think, but it's not my money. So like when you're making tons of money because that ballpark's sold out every night, right? Every night that ballpark's sold out in the summer, and you're making a ton of money. You can't even walk through it. Come on, man.
You're gonna get a new TV deal at some point too, with because the Phillies market leads baseball in like the amount of like actual like viewership, right? So they're selling ad time, they're doing all this other shit, right? They're making money hand over fist. They probably already have playoff tickets sold out, even though they're not on sale yet, right? They're charging I don't know, $60 for like a hat, right? They're making so much money right now because these guys are so good, man. Like, and if they go out there and they win, they go make the World Series again. Like, there's no way that Middleton's letting that dude walk out. There's not a chance in hell.
Oh yeah, he wins a World Series. It's 1,000%
I don't even think you have to win. I think if you make it,
now
or
he
you
doesn't
make
have
the
to.
NLCS, right? Like this guy,
Ryan, they could miss the playoffs. He's going to be back now. He's going to be back now.
Not miss
1,000%.
the playoffs, but just getting there, he's back.
Yeah, they're not going to, but no, I truly believe with the year he's having, they can miss the playoffs entirely. He'll be back.
It's just like anybody else in any sport in a contract year. You know what I mean? Like you risk this happening, right? Do you think the Sixers, when they traded for Quentin Grimes, are sitting there thinking we're going to pay this guy $20 million? Right? You just throw into a deal, and then you're like, holy shit, he actually works out. He actually fits on this team. You know what I mean? Like, you sit there and you move Schwarber, and you don't think that he's going to be in an MVP race, and you don't think he's going to have an MVP year. You think he's going to have a good year, right? You think you're going to contend as a team, and then he goes and gets better. Yep. He gets better, and I mean, it's what they do. It's any sport. We all talk about the contract year. Give me a guy on a 1-year deal over somebody on an extension, because that guy on a 1-year deal has got to prove something.
Yeah. Schwarber's he's such a good hitter too that it's like that's why him being a DH is cool, but it's like you have no flexibility. Like if Harper needs a day off, like you can't. Schwarber's just not gonna.
Why you have the Edmundo Sosas of the world?
Well, if you need a day off playing first base, then you shouldn't be in the lineup anyway.
Well, injuries happen. I'm not saying.
Well, if you get hurt, then you can't hit. So what does that mean?
That's not true. We watched Harper do it for freaking games at a time.
Yeah, but we're talking about that kind of injury, Mike. We're not talking about like any lower body injury you're not hitting.
Yeah, I don't know. It just gives you zero.
Boys, I got to.
I do
next week.
See you.
No. The end of this conversation, you keep saying you don't know. I'm trying to tell you I do know, and the flexibility is fine. So stop worrying about it. You know what I mean? Like that's all. Like calm your nerves down. Because you keep bringing up flexibility. It's a big word.
I'm calm. It's just like I thought Trey Turner the last couple of days could have used the day off. He's been playing like shit.
So then
you can't DH the guy because Schwarber's so good.
If he's playing like shit, just give him a day off.
Yeah, give him a day off. Yep, that's what you do, Mike.
Not.
We also have a manager that's not going to do that to his veterans.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they come into his office and ask for the day off.
Unless they freak out on him like Nicky did, and then he benches him. Right? Yeah. Like, I mean, we've seen it with Nicky. How many times this year, last year, the year before, did we like, this guy's 0 for 75. Maybe he needs a day off.
Yeah, but he won't do it.
And they just won't do it. It's just the way Robbie is. I agree with you, Mike. There is days where you like, hey, maybe this guy needs a day off. It's just Robbie won't do it.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go day off as a DH. No, your day off is your day off.
Well, for like JT, like if you want to save his knees, that's why you're giving him a day off. You'll still let him hit. You can't.
Well, you can just move him to first base if you need to give Harper a day off. If he's playing first base, like you got options, and JD doesn't take that many days off anyway.
And this year you don't need the flexibility. He can play left field for a game.
Yeah, I guess. I'm just saying. Let's say Stott just keeps hitting like shit. He's such a good defender. I'd rather have Stott. As much as I love Sosa, I'd rather have Stott in there. He's making top 10 plays. You can't DH someone for Stott.
Well, you're not. This isn't Little League. You're not going to use DH for a position player.
Yeah, we don't have Shohei Ohtani pitching, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this year confirms he'll be back, and it's going to be for 4 or 5 years. And the Phillies ideally would have liked to do 2, but
you got ownership there. Huh?
What is that?
You own a little piece of the pie there for Phils?
I don't care about the money. I just care about the years. It's going to suck when he's batting .215 for his last 2 years.
We're going to suck at the end of that.
Who cares? Don't care.
Wheeler's going to be going. Noah's going to be going.
JT's going to be going. Schwarber's going to be bitching about it in 2 years.
Of course we are. Of course we are.
We're Philadelphians. Of course we bitch. It's what we do.
So you're saying who cares now, but in 2 years you'll care. Trust me.
Shut up. You're making this argument for 4 or 5 years from now. Shut the fuck up. You know
That's what we do here. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about fucking?
I want to
The
talk about
Philadelphia
how
Soul?
Johan Durant's throwing fucking pellets out of the bullpen. That's what I want to talk about today.
Oh,
Right.
we can.
We're good. I don't need to talk about the Kyle Schwarber contract that's going to cost a lot of money, and he's going to win. He's possibly going to win MVP this year.
We
I'm
can.
not going to talk about the dude at 37 years old.
Before the year started, there was a chance he's not back. That's where I'm ending this.
No,
Before the year started, there was a chance he's not back. Now he's playing at an MVP
I don't disagree with you there, but it was a slim
forced
chance.
to bring him back.
I disagree. I disagree with him there completely. I don't think that he's been acting like it was a 50-50 chance he was back or not. And I completely disagree with that statement. So
we had shows on it, like not even a couple months ago. Will he be back? We didn't even know. It was a 50, but now he's playing at such an MVP level. It's no question he'll be back.
I don't know if it was ever a 50-50 shot. I feel like he's a guy that had to come back.
Okay.
I feel like he was a guy who always had to come back. Like I think he's one of the leaders of the team.
Yep.
Right. You don't want to lose that. And I think, like I said, everywhere he plays, he wins, and he always puts up the numbers. So I don't know what makes you think like they were in wait and see mode. They
were. This is like the first year he hasn't been lead off. This is the first year he hasn't been lead off. What have you struggled?
What have they struggled?
All right. They saw it so much he's not signed. You got it all figured out. He would have been signed for 4 years already.
I got Scott Boras figured out.
Okay.
Scott Boras wants to take him to free agency because he knows he'll drive up his market price. Like I know business. I understand it. I have common sense. I have great street smarts. I understand how this works. I'm going to bet on myself to get more from the Phillies. There's nothing wrong with that. Guys do it all the time. Bet on yourself, hit the market. Teams will give offers, and now the Phillies have to beat it or match it, whatever it is. And now the price dries up. They call that person back. Phillies said Phillies are matching it. Okay, you got to go higher. All right, we're going higher. Call Philly back. All right, we'll match that. Right, and then it gets to a point where where the other team's going to give up.
So we got to spend more than we would have liked to.
Well, that's the nature of business.
Cares?
That's the nature of business. We're not paying their bills. We don't care.
Who cares? My $16 beers at the bank can pay for the contract.
You know what I don't care about? Eagles preseason. We got a game coming up.
All.
We got a game coming up tomorrow, so nobody gives a rat's ass about that because we're not.
Is anybody even going to play? I doubt it, right?
I don't know.
No, I think McKee's starting.
Yeah, the new corner's a dog though. He's good.
Yeah, I heard that. Traded
Howie always makes a move in August that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
We'll see if he gets some starting time, right? Because he started like 10 games for the Raiders last year, I think.
Yeah, I think given how late he's on the team, he probably won't start week 1. But
yeah,
I mean, hopefully Ringo's good because I doubt they go with Dory Jackson.
Well, I think that's why they brought him in. I think because they were a little concerned with Ringo. Not that they don't trust him, but I don't think they could start the year with just him, right?
Yeah.
I think they needed a little bit of insurance for him.
And I don't get the Justin Simmons thing either. Like, what's up with that?
That was the strangeness in that move, right? Like I would have thought that they would have signed Simmons before they traded for the corner.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna put Coop back there in like non-nickel sets.
I think that's what they're doing.
And part of me is also maybe just, hey, I'm in my 30s. I don't want to play training camp. I know the system.
Could be that.
I don't. Yeah.
Because I mean, like, obviously it's a little bit different, but like last year they traded for CJ like the last week of camp, right?
That was the
first time he came.
Yeah.
No, but you're right.
Yeah,
but
you're right.
So
a lot of older guys don't want. We're good. I know this playbook.
And Dominic was like that for that last year.
Those guys did that.
Yeah, I know this defense. I'll be in shape. I work out here. I work out here. It's a long season. I'll be there. I'll meet all the guys. That chemistry will go quick.
Yeah.
Right, that's just a vet. That's just a smart vet knowing that he'll fit in anywhere and he'll come to play and he'll be ready to go. So I agree with that. I still think that absolutely can happen. Even going and getting another corner because they learned something and Howie's learned something that position wins you games. If you have the ability to shut guys down and you have enough depth and you can move and shake back there a little bit, right, and go match up with different things. Listen, right? The more is better, right?
Yeah.
More is better with stuff like this, and I think I'm not crowning the move. I'm saying just in general, we have a lot back there again, and he really sort of replenished, losing a guy or two.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
It's big, but no, I mean I think that move still happens. I
I
agree.
mean, Justin Simmons has been an Eagle since like February, right?
Yeah. Sign, seal, and deliver.
We might have talked about him just as much as we talk about Joel's injury.
But this team's gonna
Might
go.
be more, yeah.
If this team's healthy, they're gonna go contend for another Super Bowl. So
For sure.
I mean, that's gonna be the easiest prediction time of all time when we do predictions.
I love turning on.
And they gave us the toughest schedule in America too.
Oh,
Yeah.
brutal schedule.
Everything's
if you go on ESPN, like Milton Williams, you would think is Jalen Carter. Like we lost Milton Williams. We're not going to know how to act defensively because we lost Milton Williams.
Can I tell you guys something? Yeah. The schedule, right? The schedule means absolute dog shit in August. The schedule matters the week you're playing that team. And I tell you this because injuries happen, different things happen. So it might look hard on paper, but when you get through it, it might not be as hard as we think it is. Or guys don't get hurt and it is hard. Right? So it can go one of two ways. That's why I never pay attention to it. If you think your team's that good, they're that good. Right? If you believe they're that good, they're that good. The schedule don't matter. They got to play us.
When you're the defending champs, you got the target on your back. So they gave us all the primetime games. They gave us all the good teams, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Ravens.
Don't we want that?
The Broncos.
I want it all.
No, again, I want that. I'm kind of
Broncos.
I don't know how they make the schedule up, but how do we go to Kansas City again this year?
Same thing with Tampa.
Yeah, why do we always have to go to Tampa?
I mean, I like
when
it.
When are we going to KC? I forget. When do we go to KC?
Second.
Week two.
Okay.
We get extended.
KC. Yeah, warm weather KC.
It's fine. But, like, why don't we get that here? I think this is, like, the third straight year we're playing in Kansas City.
I like road games early anyway. I'm a big fan of road games early.
I just don't understand how the Super Bowl champion doesn't have a back-to-back home game.
Yeah,
that's the one gripe I have with the schedule. Because normally the schedule is hard for the champion. But how do you not give us back-to-back home games once throughout the entire season?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you at least give them, I mean, I always feel like you give them back-to-back to win a Super Bowl at the end of the year, right? Try to treat them well late. But we don't have any back-to-back home games.
No, it's the first time in a
it's every other week,
champion. Yeah,
and we play every best team in the league. Like I'm with you though. Like you don't know who you're playing. Lamar Jackson could blow his knee out tomorrow.
Yeah.
But like I'm just saying,
on paper it's an issue. Yeah, on paper,
everybody. Like you don't miss a beat. You're playing Packers, Chiefs, Bills, Ravens,
Lions,
Buccaneers, Lions.
Oh my!
Like, you're not missing a beat. Like you're going. It's a gauntlet. You bringing the word back, gauntlet. You're playing everybody.
Well, if there's a team to go through the gauntlet, it's them.
Yeah. Not that they can't do it. Not that they're not capable. But we're gonna have a lot of good games.
Well, it might just be an 11-win team and not a 13-win team, and they get into the playoffs and they beat up on teams because how many tough games they had in the regular season, right?
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of. It doesn't always have to be Chiefs do it, right? Chiefs have to go through it. They get those types of tough schedules, and they got to scratch and claw their way in because there's a good football team, So I think when you're just good, you're good. And your schedule's hard as shit, but listen, they had sort of an easy one in terms of rest last year, being home a lot late. So I mean,
but you also had a bye week 4 or whatever it was.
Yeah, when's this bye?
Middle of the year, like week 10, 11, something like that.
I think we're also like one of the first teams to win a Super Bowl with a week 4 bye or like before week.
Yeah.
Well, I like the mid-season bye. I do like the mid-season.
I think it's week 9. If I'm looking at this right, I think it's week 9.
Week 9 solid. You regroup.
Yeah, right in the middle of the year. That's fine.
Yeah, regroup it if you need to. You still can go on a run. So I appreciate that bye. Any chance?
Bye the week of the first week of November.
Yeah, is there any chance we have a home game before that and a home game after that, or no?
We play the Giants at home on the 26th, and then we go to the Packers I guess that's Monday night on the 10th.
Yeah.
All right, so you get a little more extended bye too.
Yeah.
Right, and they also have a Monday
Yeah.
night game in LA. So you fly back late Monday night, win or lose, then you play all the way back home in Philly in a short week, flying all the way across the country. I don't know. I just feel like they got screwed travel wise.
It's the Raiders, though. It's okay. It's the Raiders.
Okay.
But no, that week it's December 8th, right? You're 8:15,
Yeah.
That's
you get the
Monday
Raiders
night against
home.
the Chargers.
Yeah, that's fine.
and then you come back December 14th, Sunday, 1 o'clock against the Raiders.
All right.
And like that week
So
before.
so the Raiders are coming east as well, and they're the Raiders, right?
Yeah,
We should,
okay.
should,
and then
should
the
be no
week-
problem.
the week
But that
before
is,
that-
yeah,
the week before that, you're playing Black Friday,
you're playing Black Friday.
so you
So you
have
get
a-
extra
Love
day there.
that. I think we're
You're
the only
2
game
extra
that
days.
day.
Well, I mean,
And that's
so
the
you
Bears.
You have a short week. You're in Dallas the week before that. You play the Bears on Black Friday. Then you have a longer, like you're playing Monday night or Sunday night against the Chargers. Which
I can see him dropping that Dallas game on the road.
no, it's a 4:25 game. The sun will be in Dak's eyes. We got it.
Yeah,
I
easy
forgot about
money,
that.
easy money there.
Yep.
And they're already in turmoil down there. They
Oh,
ain't
I
beating
love it.
nobody.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, Micah Parsons signing as an Eagle next year. Can't wait. Hell yeah, absolutely can't wait.
Yeah, I don't know if we have the money for that one.
Who cares? Find it somewhere.
No
Fine.
versatility.
Wish it was baseball. We already gave it to them.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. I
No
think he'd be
versatility,
number
right,
one
Buckets?
destination.
Look,
Yeah.
long live Jerry Jones, man. I hope that man never dies because
And he doubled down on it too, or something
He
like that.
did. He said the other day he didn't think that Mike would be ready for week 1. I'm like, deal.
And then,
Well, no,
and then he
no,
called
I
him
think he-
Michael. He called him by the wrong name.
Did he? Oh my god.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Jerry was the godfather when there was no salary cap. When there was no salary cap, Jerry paid his guys and treated his guys good back in the day. I'll give Jerry that. You know, as he gotten older, he's become a nightmare for them as an organization for sure. Right, but to give him the credit where it's due, back in the 90s, that was the dude. You know, he knew what he was doing. He made a lot of money and he spent it. You know, he definitely spent it on players. Right, Greg?
Yeah, absolutely did.
I mean, you know,
They were loaded.
They were loaded.
They were
There was-
loaded when we were growing up.
There was no cap. You could just go, and he had. I always tell guys he had Pepsi and Coke in the same stadium, bidding versus each other off of what location they get. You know what I mean? So like that's how smart he was business wise. You know, so you know now you look at him and he's a mess, but in his prime he was not a mess, right?
Yeah.
Like before he got old and then whatever happened, power trips happen as you get older. He was definitely not a mess. He made mistakes, but he wasn't a mess. And his mistakes were with coaches. His biggest mistake was Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, it was getting rid of him.
Yeah, because of egos. But either way, dude, you know, I hope he never wins anything ever again. Let me clarify that. Let me make sure that's clear. But back in the day, you give flowers after the fact, and this is enough time. Remember, I got grounded because of my hatred for the Dallas Cowboys. on a snap where I think it was Tommy Hutton dropped the snap, and it was for the tie. And he tried rolling out in Dallas and got killed. And I remember, I don't know if it was Tommy Hutton. I forget. It was a long time ago. But I remember throwing something down, yelling and screaming, saying I wasn't going to school tomorrow. I think it might have even been a Monday nighter. And yeah, that's my hatred. And I remember crawling up the stairs and getting pulled back down them by my mom because I was acting like a nightmare. Like screaming. I was like 10, 11, something like that. I was just screaming. I was so upset that they lost that game and I had to go deal with Cowboys people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't believe it. I had such a disdain for him.
Yeah.
At the time, I met at one point I met like a lot of their players too, back in the day, which is pretty cool because my uncle owned the nightclub there. You know, So it was pretty neat. We went in there one time, me and my cousin. We met a lot of guys. And I was wearing an Eagles hat. And Shante Carver, nobody would know that name besides maybe Greg. But Shante Carver turned my hat around backwards. He goes, "Oh, not in here, man. Yeah, Shante, you stink. Okay, you stunk." But it was cool. Like I met Emmett, met Michael, Darren Woodson, like some of their dudes, man. It's cool. It was cool.
Gold jackets, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of gold jackets and a lot of Jerry. What the hell was that?
Michael Irvin.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought it was Zion Williamson.
Jesus Christ. I almost just fell over. But no, I mean, let's do this early and we'll get out of here. Early win totals.
11. I think 11's safe.
Let me take a look.
I like 11.
I'm going more than that.
And Moro Ojomo is our new
Stud.
stud.
You gotta remember
Stud.
too, like this guy knows a lot about football, but it's his first time calling plays. I don't know how much
Stud.
effect it'll have.
Morrow's a stud. That's why Wilt Williams is so easy to let go.
Right. People they'll be talking about Moro Ojomo like Milton Williams.
He was arguably better, not even arguably, he was better than Milton last year.
Yeah,
It's just Milton popped in the playoffs.
Right. Until the end of the year, they were
Yep.
on the same pace. No
Yep.
doubt. Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, I'll say 12, Ryan. I'm going 12. Final answer.
I'm going 13. 13 and 4. 13
Wow.
and 4.
I got 12.
Yeah.
I got 12.
I just feel like they're going to get bit with the injury bug a little bit. They're due.
Maybe. It's a possibility.
I just think they always drop a game that you're like, how the hell did they lose that game?
It's the
It's
Bucks.
always
game.
like that one.
Yeah, it's going to be
It's
the
always
Bucks.
the Bucks
Of
game.
course, because
It's gonna-
100%,
But we know
I'll be
it's
there.
going to be the Bucks.
Yeah.
So I'm not even talking about the Bucks.
That's a hell of a weekend. I wish I was rich and had a private jet because
But we know
that's a
about
hell of a
the Bucks.
weekend.
That's not a surprise.
All right.
That's
So,
Penn State, Oregon, whiteout,
I'll be there.
and then that's
Sure you
Eagles,
will.
Tampa down here.
I'm sure you will, as you should.
And down
Oh,
here,
yeah.
Saturday night, I'll be at Shane Gillis.
Oh,
Wonder why you booked that.
that's a good one.
I know, right? He'll be there. He'll be in Tampa, too.
He'll be there.
So you guys all went around 12, right? 11, 12.
I got 13. Yeah.
13. Jesus. Okay. So I don't want to land on the same number, so I'll sell you on something else. Right? Healthy. Right?
Undefeated.
Yeah, healthy 14-win team.
Yeah,
Because
I
look
don't-
at how they talk. Look how they go about their business.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I can
if
see
it's-
it for sure.
Absolutely, for
And
sure.
a team that is just hungry to get back, it would be them. That's why I keep saying it would be them. They're
Mhm.
built to say, dude, we don't care about last year. We got to get back after it. Let's go get it again. Like they're a type of group that's built to go. We want 4 in a row, right? We want more. We want to be talked about forever. They're not. Listen, injuries play a part of that not happening, but I have a good feeling because they got deeper a little bit offensively in weird ways, especially in the running back room. That I think they're gonna come out, and they could come out a little slow in aspects, right? But I think they're gonna at some point they're gonna hit the gas in a big way, and they're gonna rattle off a bunch.
I love
And
that.
again- and you're
Because
gonna be
I
like,
think
"Oh."
you're
Yeah. Go ahead, Greg.
no, I was gonna say I think you're spot on, right? I mean, hell, Jalen never put the Super Bowl ring on, right?
Yeah,
He's like, that's over with, right? And then you hear all the talk about defending. And we ain't defending shit, right? This is a new team.
Yeah.
And then even down to, what comes out this week or today or whatever, that, AJ took less money, had more money on the table. AJ took less money to stay here because he wanted to cement his legacy here. Like, you're right, Tommy, like all those things. And then even look back to Devontae Smith, right? Like, we got to give Devontae Smith his flowers for taking the contract that he did and not be the diva that some of these guys are coming out to be. That's why this team is so deep.
Yeah.
In certain spots, because you got a guy like Devontae Smith who could be making T. Higgins money. And he was like, no, this
Easy.
contract's good enough for me. This sets me up for life. And I get to stay here and be on this team that's going to contend year in and year out while I'm here. So I think you're right, Tommy. If there is a team that could like kind of go back and kind of run the table, like like you're alluding to, it 14 wins, it's this team.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they have like it's all those leaders, and it's Mulata, and it's through like when your quarterback goes about his business like that, and the highest paid guy on your team goes about his business like that. We've been talking about this for years. It trickles down, right? We've been talking about this. So how the leaders go and the guys that look to be leaders go is how your group goes. So I always believe this group is on to the next. They're on to the next situation, the next play, the next film room. They're always on to the next. And I think that is why they were so successful and have been, is because their quarterback his pulse stays the same.
Yep.
So you just got a group that's just ready to go, right? No moments too big. No moments too small, right? No team. Like, I think it matters. It doesn't mean they're not gonna have off weeks. You know what I mean, guys? Nobody's talking about undefeated, right? Or they're not gonna have to escape a game or two. You know how this league works, right? You gotta have some things go your way too. But if they can take the football away, like I think they have the ability to do, that's the difference maker. We know this. Can you get there after the quarterback, and can you take the football away? If you can do those two things, like I believe, and I think you guys do as well, then you can beat Baltimore, you can beat Buffalo, you can beat Kansas City, you can beat everybody. If you have the ability to get after the quarterback again, like they did last year, and I think they do, right? I think they have that ability.
Yep.
Yeah. No,
Defensive
absolutely.
line and linebacker, they're definitely set. It's really just the secondary that you don't know. You feel good about the slot, obviously. Feel good with Quinyon. And then
Reed back there is obviously good. You're worried about the
and
second
then
safety
I love
position.
Makuba. Hopefully he plays and starts, but he's a rookie, so you don't know.
I like Goobs.
Yep.
I like the Cuba.
Yeah. And everything about John Campbell coming out of camp is nothing but praise.
Stud.
Yeah.
Right. Stud.
Oh, I think Saquon said that he's going to be a problem.
He said he reminds him a lot of Micah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a problem.
Yeah.
We knew that on draft night. We stole another one.
Yeah.
We stole another cat. And Bucket's got his alerts on again. I mean, it's late at night and he turned his alerts back on. So we know his truths now on why he whacks out on us. But no, I mean, listen, man, it's an exciting team. Like, I like that we're all positive. I like that it wasn't like, like the most negativity we got was some factual stuff, like from Luke, because I don't call it negativity. It's more like, hey, the injury bug, he's got a bad vibe. And what I'll say to that is I would have that vibe, Luke, if we lost the Super Bowl. If we lost again, we're banged up week one. We don't even get in camp. We're missing guys in camp. Guys are going down in camp. And you're like, this is over. I think maybe, and knock on wood, right? Which I did, hope everybody can hear. By knocking on the wood, I think that, this is a group that it won't happen to because they won it. Like the winning Super Bowl team is different than a losing Super Bowl team.
Yeah.
Super Bowl hangover isn't from the winning one. It's from the losing one. They're the ones who get off to a little bit of a slow start. They're the ones who are a little bit like, right? And sometimes it's those ones. We did the opposite the year prior. We got off to a fast start, and then we said we wanted the hangover like with 7 games left. We just wanted to stop playing.
And
right?
people are comparing this to like the 2018, like that year. It's so different because
exponentially different.
That team was older, and it felt like
old quarterback controversy.
And it was also we were winning games, but it was by the skin of our teeth. And honestly, it felt like we survived like the Hunger Games. Every time you made it to Monday, you were like thrilled.
That was a once in a lifetime Super Bowl run.
Yeah, this team was like an all-star team. It felt like no one belonged with us.
2018 is a movie. This team's a dynasty.
Yeah, it was SEC, best college players in the country. Yeah.
And more of them now.
Yeah.
Now Campbell in the mix. Another, just another show pony.
Yeah,
on
Makuba out of
defense.
Texas, another SEC
Yeah,
guy.
another
Yeah.
Power Five or another big time school.
Mhm.
Right? You go to those places and you usually get ball players. I think I love it. I'm not jacked up just for that. I'm jacked up for now. I'm jacked up for 3 years from now. Like this shouldn't be something that goes away.
Mhm.
This should not be something that goes away. Because he's
Got everybody
drafted so
on
well.
contract.
Yeah, well, he's
Everybody on
drafted so
contract,
well.
yeah.
It's the draft year in, year out. You got to keep hitting. If you keep hitting, you keep rolling.
Yeah.
If you got the quarterback and your quarterback even. So everybody you get comes in, they buy it, even. And on than that. Yeah, you got it.
It's boring, but it works.
It's boring, but it wins.
It sure
Right?
does win.
We watch the games. The games can get boring offensively, and he'll make plays late to just find ways to win us the game.
Yeah.
Like 10-yard scramble for a first, right? Just little things.
My favorite day is when they go on ESPN and complain about him midseason, how he can't throw the ball, because I know on Sunday he's going to throw for 250 and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
he does it
easy.
every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time. But I think that they're going to try, like I said deeper. I just meant like they're going to give A.J. Dillon a lot more carries than they were giving, let's say, Kenny last year.
Right.
I do think they're going to try to take some touches away from Saquon because now he got signed. So it's not like he's trying to make more money. I just think they're going to
Especially early.
Yeah, early. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, so if Dillon gets banged up, then they'll give him the Shipley. Like, I just think that they're going to give other carries because of this offensive line. Why would you not?
Yeah.
Right? Because you can't wear him out early. He's got to be a guy December and January that's ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
Right? Mid-November. Like Thanksgiving on. He's got to be a guy that's going to get a lot of touches. So September, October, I gotta and a couple weeks in November, I gotta keep him down a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm not telling you I'm not giving him 20 touches because that's not what I'm saying. But I'll keep it between 18 and 20 early on, and you just hope for some explosive plays in those.
Yeah.
That's all.
You're gonna need them in those late December, January games because you go to finish the season. Depending on however they go, I think there's a drop off. But you go Washington, Buffalo, and then Washington again. Those are your last 3 games of the year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're gonna need them. You know, we'll see if we're actually going to need that Week 18 game or not. But
Washington twice like that.
Washington, Buffalo, Washington. Last 3 games of the year.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Washington.
I agree. I'm not worried about Washington.
I think there's a drop off. Like, they're still going to be playing for something.
I mean, the whole hype about Washington was that they had all the cap space in the world, and they were just an NFC title game, and they used the cap space to just re-sign older players. Like
now they can't.
They're the same team, and you're older.
Yeah, now you can't pay Terry
at this point.
Debo's fat.
What's good with him? He's not.
I need Debo. I need Terry to. Well, he already demanded a trade. I need them to not pay Terry, and then Debo Samuel gives me enough so I can trade him in Dynasty.
Like Zach Ertz, I think had like 12 receptions in that NFC
playoff game. Yeah.
Like good player, but come on.
Year older.
Yeah.
How old is Zach Ertz now? Like 35?
35, 36, something like that. Yeah.
Listen, I'll say.
Do we want to trust me going looking at ages?
Yeah, we can do it, but I'm just saying I'm not scared.
I try. You don't have to look at it. I try.
34.
All right.
Now, before you, I thought Jordan. I read something. Jordan Davis was like 26 years old. So we're like the whole pre-draft. We're all thinking Jordan Davis is 26.
No, not all of us, just you.
Just me.
For about
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
No,
you see what he looks
minutes.
like right now? You see what that looks like?
What, Jordan Davis?
What he looks like right now?
He looks like a monster.
He looks like a guy ready to get $100 million contract.
He looks like a tank.
That's what that guy looks like.
He looks like his best friend said, "Yo, I need you to stay around.
Yeah.
I want you to be on my side for my whole career.
Yeah.
Get your ass in shape. Let's go."
I actually agree. I think the Giants could actually be decent.
Yeah.
Or competitive.
Like
right?
8 games.
Yeah.
7 games.
I'll trust their offense, but their defense got.
They don't have a quarterback.
They have the best defensive line in the NFL.
Well, they have 45 quarterbacks, so they don't have one.
So they don't have a quarterback.
Yep. Exactly.
I like Dart though.
No, I think Dart can play.
He's not
But
going to play, but
He's not going to play, but they're going to either play Russell or Jameis.
yeah.
Jameis will have 7 picks against us.
I
Yeah.
really hope
It'll be electric too.
Jameis. I
And
really
Russell
hope Jameis.
and Russ stinks.
Russ is
No.
terrible.
So I mean, but I still think their defense is really good.
Yeah.
Where if they run the ball and they go more run heavy, that they can maybe sneak 8-9 wins out.
Yeah.
It'd just be better. That's all.
And Neighbors is really good.
He's a
yeah.
problem.
Neighbors
He's a
awesome.
problem.
Neighbors
Unfortunately,
really
there's
good.
anybody throwing the football.
Fair. Yeah.
Until Dart's in, nobody can throw the. Well, Jameis will. Jameis will get him 1,500 yards.
Yeah.
Easily, because Jameis can sling it.
Jameis is throwing 35, 40 times a game.
Yeah, but he can sling it. So
yeah,
but he'll throw 4 picks.
He'll throw 3. Yeah, he'll throw 3 touchdowns, but he's going to throw 4 picks.
Yeah, easily. Oh man. Well, I'm not excited for the fall. I love football, but I hate the end of the summer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm a summer guy. I know we don't like the heat, but I don't know. Everybody's got air conditioning. Well, depends where you work at, but everybody else got air conditioning. Everywhere else in the world.
Mostly.
We're not in a third world country, so whatever. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Go Phils. Go Birds.
Go to Texas.
Go
Phils
Six.
take on the
Show
Rangers.
tomorrow.
What's
Maybe.
tomorrow?
The Tanner McKee. Show.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I won't turn. I wouldn't watch the game.
No shot.
You could put the game in my backyard, and I wouldn't watch it. I would close the blinds. You know what I mean? Get this out of here. We ain't watching this garbage.
I don't want to watch it, but I know
That's a good one,
my
Tommy.
dad will want to watch it, so it'll be
Yeah.
on.
That's a good one.
That's great.
You put it in my
You
backyard.
don't
I'll
want
close
to
the
watch 15
Yeah.
Will Shipley touches?
blinds.
Like,
Close
see Luke's.
Yeah.
I would even double down on. I would just give a finger roll. You know what I mean? Just to make sure we can't see nothing. We don't want to see a speck of green. You know what I mean? Nothing.
Oh shit.
But no, I mean, yeah, we already did this the other night where I was like, yeah, you could pay me to go to the game, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like a preseason game, I'm good.
Anais Smith first touchdown. Get your bets in right now.
Uh-oh.
All right, we're gonna end the show on that. It's been a great show. We'll see everybody next Wednesday night. ATD Wednesday nights.
It really
Love
has.
you.
I mean, we just went 2:15 on a Wednesday night in the
incredible.
middle of nothing.
With
Oh,
nothing going on.
Nothing going on.
Actually incredible.
Impressive.
Argued about flexibility to DA spot for an hour. We love you all. Thanks for dealing with us. We'll see you next Wednesday.